Well, okay. So, good evening. It is, as I said yesterday, the little bit, quote unquote, of the rush in order to finish the game. I didn't want to say it like that, but it's true. But it's true. But I'm not finishing the game because, like, oh my god, I just get this out of the way. It's more like just freeing up the schedule because I have too many things on the schedule, and this is the shortest game on the schedule at the moment. It's mostly because of that. And I want to add more things to the schedule, like, and I can't really focus on adding more things to the schedule and not feeling guilty because, you know, I already got 3 things and it's taking forever to finish them, and I don't think I'm gonna finish one of them already. I might as well finish one. Test. Alright, it's working. Anyway, Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Chapter 5. If we go following the Steam achievements, at least the Steam achievements, it is probably the penultimate chapter, unless the game decides to betray me and say like, no, there is one more hidden chapter and you need to do a bunch of hidden secret things to unlock the hidden chapter. I'm like, well, you should have told me earlier. Because if there is a hidden chapter and the game ends in a bad end because of that, well, it sucks to be you, I guess. But hopefully not. Game so far has been what began as me understanding as some crime mystery visual novel with horror elements, evolved into the weekly and now kind of daily Scooby-Doo Japanese horror story. And now I don't know how to think about it. Because it was kind of like this. First episode was the whole like, oh, there is a mystery, we gotta find out what it is. That is my own feelings, that isn't how the game evolved. If you pay attention, the game evolution was actually kind of obvious. But just like, oh, there is this horror mystery going on, and there's this weird stuff happening, and there is a bunch of micro mysteries that is each chapter that we need to go through in order to evolve characters and evolve the bigger mystery. I'm like, okay. And then the second chapter, it kinda devolved into like a Scooby-Doo kind of narrative. But like there is this bigger mystery going on and we gotta find who the guy with the mask is and then unmask him, and then he goes like, oh, my brain would be perfect if it wasn't for these pesky children. Stuff like that. While in the background there's this whole cult situation going on. But then like chapter 4 ends and apparently the scary stuff is real, more or less. I'm not complaining, I'm not saying like, oh, it was a bad ending. I'm not saying it was a bad ending, I'm just saying it was a kind of a weird ending. Like, is the horror stuff actually real? It isn't just like a flavor for the game. Now, apparently there was a curse on the end of chapter 4. And so far there wasn't. There was just people with some cockamamie schemes in order to get some revenge or some thing on their agenda, and it's just, I don't know. It's just insanity. Cause I can't just have a plan. If you wanna execute a revenge, you can't just have a plan, no. You gotta have a scheme. And not just any scheme. A scheme of the cockamamie variety. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where I got that from. I think it was from DuckTales. I forgot the name. What's the name of the character? Glungold. I think it's Glungold, sorry. Anyway, chapter 5. I don't have anything else to say. The only thing that I can say is that I tried to play the PTB on the PTB for the Dead by Daylight, that is, because Springtrap is on the PTB, in case you didn't know. I did a live stream earlier on, last week. Was it last week? I think it was. And I was like, oh, the PTB is here, and don't promise you're gonna be able to do the live stream, otherwise it's gonna be like another live stream where I'm waiting 20 minutes for a match to play one killer for 10 minutes and then another 20 minutes. Let me see if I can actually experience and record something. Well, it is 20 minutes waiting for a match, yes. But then every once in a while the match will just get disconnected because there is an error on the server. And then I remember, oh yeah, it's the PTB servers. It's not even like, oh, is Dead by Daylight going wrong? No, it's just a PTB. That is how it always have been. There may have been a time where it was a bit more stable, but that doesn't mean anything. It was always kind of janky. People on console complain, oh, why can't we have like, why can't we have the PTB on the console as well? I always have to be on PC. Like, dude, you don't know what you're, you don't know what you're not having. You should be glad because of that. PTB is only for content creators, to be honest. People that actually have a public and they can make a custom match with a bunch of random people just to test stuff. If you don't have, then you're gonna have to wait in line for 20 minutes, and that is not fun. Here I am complaining again. Let's begin the game. Space. Chapter 5. Episode 5. Shadow of Guilt. Keep calling it chapters. What's the difference between a chapter and an episode anyway? The illuminate cards, each with a prophecy. Each of the cases so far had a card at the site in some way. I somehow had one myself. Eiko-san had the first, Kinoko-san the second. The third one, Mr. Gasmask had it, I think. The fourth one was in a cursed box we brought back from the Miyazaki-sans. You heard about Mr. Gasmask. But it's rumored that all of them have gone missing now. Oh, really? If the rumors are true, it ruins the card's reputation for bringing misfortune. Hope everyone is alright. Director, these cards. The background art seems connected. Good eye, Mrs. Ami. It is time to think about what these cards mean and how they come together. Apologies for the delay. Oh yeah, Jasmine, I guess finally the plot about Jasmine being connected to the Men in Black is coming together as well. Chapter 5. Chapter 5 of a visual novel. Usually is the chapter where things start slowly coming together for them to all just crash and burn on chapter 6 and then good ending. Yeah. Apologies for the delay. Anything new? Still assessing information I found at the closet. The series of cases involving the Illuminate cards may be part of some bigger plan. Suppose your partner earned her devastation and judgment card are part of it. Yes, I suspect so. The design is this devastation and judgment card. The angel monument at the site of the Tenshu incident. Mr. Gasmask card also showed the same thing. Also a stairway, a lock, chains, a key, and a watchful eye. They're all shown. The eye in the darkness card has chains and eyes. Reflection of death shows a key. Permeating blight shows a lock. So among the motives showing the devastation and judgment, the only one remaining is the other key. What happens when you have a full set? The illuminate cards with the key. It is likely we'll come across it during this upcoming case. So that is a request coming in. Indeed. The request is from the CEO of a tech company. He was robbed of something important and wants us to recover it. We're not the police. Whatever these cards may mean, Perhaps the case will bring us closer to the truth. We're not the cops, you know. It is literally the lesson in the first chapter. We are not the cops. The Illuminate card's prophecies are coming full circle. We should watch what the Zimmers are up to. If something happens to you and your partner, it's all part of the job. They didn't think you'd care so much. Commissioner Tomiri. I'll have you know, I care as much as you do. I care as much as you care for a hammer to hit a nail. Many international rep conferences and ceremonies this month, leading to a higher number of global VIPs visiting Japan. Oh, that's the radio. Security Director Kurosawa of the National Police Agency stated that the police were on high alert in light of the rumored terror attacks. Ha, busy world. Jasmine? Isn't this request kind of strange? So he was robbed of something important, what is to recover it? Each one is strange, but yeah, this one is kinda different. Why haven't they called the police anyway? That's right. If they know something was stolen, the police will listen to them. Should have better odds than having us look for it. Smells of special circumstances. Thus the need for discretion. Is this Mr. CEO secretly up to no good? In that case, Investigator Fukurai, your mission is to assess the client's reputation-related rumors. Understood. I'll start doing some social media research. Because what is better to gauge a person's full lifestyle, full life situation, if not through social media? If I remember right, UTech's priority CEO was Kurosawa something. You know him, Jasmine? Oh no, just happened to see him mentioned. Might have been in a news article somewhere. Kurosawa, checking the reference doc. Yuya Kurosawa, CEO UTech priority. So Mr. Big Time is asking for your help. Kinda fishy, eh? Must be on the top floor of a skyscraper. I'm sweating already. Can't have to check for rumors that showbiz a bad rap. You're right, checking right now. This is UTech Priority official account. UTech is a company that provides IT support to Japanese companies. UTech Priority, a tech company. Wow, it's a corporate account without gimmicks. That's quite a following. Z. I see some movement in UTech. Research search this company name. Please do. Okay, UTech. UTP quarterly report. Significant increase in profits. 50.1% YOI. UTP for UTech priority, I guess? Is that impressive? Can't say I'm the best person to ask, but I guess so? I don't know. I don't understand economics. Company is doing well. It went public 3 years after it was started. The CEO seems a bit shallow, but the company itself has a solid reputation. Went public 3 years? That means they're doing really well? Wouldn't know how to explain it right, so I'll just say they're doing super well. Headquarters in a high-rising Toranomo, isn't it? Which means we're about to go in? You're that nervous? This company has strong ties with government agencies and large companies. Corporation. Same thing, more or less. They seem good at those connections. Government agencies. You know, doing work for the country. Cleaning up the streets. Saving those cats. Working for the government seems like an easy way to earn a lot, don't you think that's true? Working for the government is an easy way to earn a lot. Not possible, it's a ton of work. Must be tough dealing with government information. I bet it's super stressful for those working on it, since they'll be fired immediately if they mess up. Super stressful job, fired immediately if they mess up. In that sense, the work is a breeze. It'd be real entertaining if one of those engineers from those types of work were to post Kaiba Ichira near. Kaiba? Oh, there's an urban myth that says if you post ads on your socials, very occasionally you get a reply from the dead. I don't know. Japanese thing. The things where dead people respond to you, engineers can't do anything about that. Wait, responses from the dead? What would they be saying? You just have to post Kaiba Ichiran yourself and find out. I would like to know if I can get those contracts, the regular sales techniques. Is it all down to Kurosawa's skills? Kurosawa, the power of the CEO sales skills. That CEO guy, Yuya Kurosawa, may have more business skills than I think. People seem very impressed by the CEO. He's young, probably getting paid a lot more than what his job sounds like. And Z. Yeah. Let me see. Q. The urban myths. Kaiba Ichiran. Listeners can also send in their hot tips to the center. A little bird told us about something called Kaiba Ichiran. It is not clear if this is a name or a password. One thing is for sure, when you post the words Kaiba Ichiran online, you get a reply from the dead people. But the thing is, I'm busy. I don't have time to respond to every single comment. I don't even know what I will do if I got a comment from the dead person. Don't I know it's tough to talk to an elk to be a social butterfly? It's tough for an elk to be a social butterfly. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be this thing talking back, I forgot. Nope. Search. Exclusive interview with U-Tech priority Yuya Kurosawa. His unbelievable climb to the top. I understand my path only because I took a detour. What? Kurosawa seems to be so young, but he's already a CEO. Is that for most CEOs in tech though? I don't know. You think I have money? Assets of 700 million yen. Wow, can't believe that you is now a tech company CEO. Assets of 700 million. It doesn't ever have to work again. You see this all the time. You see this all the time. Playboy in their 20s suddenly put together in their 30s. Really? Around 30s when you learn what life is easier if you take it seriously. I hear Yuya Kurosawa was born in influence. His family home is enormous. Affluence? Like he was already rich since childhood? Since he is successfully running a business, I wouldn't say he's totally ignorant. I don't know. Again, this is the one field I don't care about learning. So he was born rich. If your parents have money, you succeed at anything. Man, I wish I got super rich parents in the social ranking gacha. Parents in the social ranking gacha. So if social hierarchy was a game and your parents were... Never mind, just too much to explain. Just means you got lucky, being born with a wealthy family. Person who inherited power, huh? The world will never change until the rich ruling class changes. Person who inherited power? Someone who gets the privilege from the wealth their parents passed down. Ah, there's GR again. What is that GR supposed to mean? A great rare? Nah. Oh, it's the second time this shows up. It shows up in the last chapter and you still don't have any clue what it means. I passed Yuya Kurosawa on the street yesterday. He had on big sunglasses and a flashy outfit. Thought he was a celeb or something. But he didn't look that arrogant, seemed nice actually. Big sunglasses? Guess that's standard for CEO attire? Depends on the person. And some CEOs just wear flip-flops. Just the flip-flops. Just the flip-flops. I saw him last week too. He wasn't particularly charismatic or anything. Really plain like any other dude on the street. I was gonna say hi, but he glared at me. Glaring at people who wanna say hi. Do you think Kurosawa-san is a scary person? Depends on the time and place. Everyone has their off moments. He got his salesman switch and then his private one. Without doing that, you can last long as a CEO in IT. Salesman switch and a private one. Do you think I'm different off the clock? Nope. They could write an autobiography about his huge success story. Ex-popular live stream group leader to CEO tech. Success story. Sounds like he's worked hard. Yuya Kurosawa's success story, huh? Oh, that was short. I don't mind being short. Kurosawa sounds like an impressive person. Why would such a big name CEO comes up to help for us? I wonder what happened to him. We've only heard people talk about him as they saw some celeb in town. I haven't heard of any real issues yet. Unlike with Miyazaki's son, his company seems to have a good reputation. All that's left to talk to the man himself. Good luck, Zami. Oh, looks like that's the building over there. Jasmine, isn't that an actual skyscraper? Yeah, I know it. CEO must be holed up in his penthouse. So I should just tell the reception lady that we have an appointment? Yep. Also, try to relax a bit. Understood. 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 I'll try to relax as much as I want. Don't worry about me. Hello, excuse me. We have an appointment today. We're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. You're from the UMDC? Yes, that's right. We were expecting you. This way, please. Mr. Kurosawa, they have arrived. Oh, hello. Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of UTech Priority Company. Priority or property? I don't know. This is my secretary, Miss Kiyomoto. Apologies. She joined us recently, so I keep forgetting her name. Recently as in 10 years, you 20-year-old bastard. What? Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Azami Fukurai from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. And this is my colleague Tomariki. Tomato. I hope we can help to start this off. Your request involves the recovery of a stolen item? Yes, about that, Miss Kiyomoto. I'll handle this. You're gonna get back to work. Understood, sir. And doesn't Kiyomoto-san know what's going on? No, she's unaware. Could you describe what was stolen? I can't mention the specifics. Yet I'm sure that an intruder was here, and I am the only one who realized the fact. What do you mean? I wanna call the police if you had to add an actual intruder. Our business involves clients entrusting their data to us, so we prefer to keep things under wraps. Also, I was hoping you might assess the situation objectively. What happened 2 days ago was strange enough to warrant that. I heard your team specializes in this kind of investigation. Strange happenings sounds like something we can handle. I'm having the security camera footage analyzed, but that will still take a while. Hearing my account of my secretaries should tell you how strange all of this is. If you could kindly get started as soon as possible. I see. We'll try to do an objective assessment of what happened the day before yesterday. Or someday. What does he want again? Sammy? Yes, Jasmine? Better watch your back with this one. Can't tell us details, hasn't called the cops. Both yellow flags as far as cases go. Kurosawa-san's act a bit strangely. I'll be careful. Here goes. Door. Let's begin with the door, as always. Some kind of mechanism on the door. It's just a lock. He said something was stolen, but this room looks hard to break into. Maybe I should ask Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. Jasmine, why are you staring at me? Samuel, looks like you're getting the hang of all this. You think so? About the investigation. Guess the only way to get started is to look into what happened around Kurosawa. Something weird happened, and he wants an objective opinion on us, whatever that means. Yeah. He mentioned the secretary Kyomoto-san doesn't know about 2 days ago. But we should talk to her anyway, being objective and all. Why does Kurosawa-san want us to look into this? Maybe have us private investigator types dig up this sort of dirt on the secretary? Anyway, step 1 is figuring out what this strange thing is about. You're right. I'll try and ask him first. Glasses! Still nothing. Cool. There's a camera. One of those global, I don't know how to call this kind of cameras. Dome cameras? Excuse me, may I ask a few questions? Kyomoto-san, the secretary, right? Yes, I work as the CEO secretary. He has instructed me to answer you truthfully as I actually saw things happen. Please ask me anything related to your investigation. Could you tell us about 2 days ago? Did something happen? You mentioned 2 days ago, but nothing happened in particular. The CEO asked me to, but I have no idea what this is about. I see. Could you kindly tell me what you saw? Very well. That day, our CEO had a meeting at a client, so I saw him off. And he returned a while later. I see. And then? I greeted him when he came back, and everything afterwards was as normal as could be. So I haven't noticed anything. I see. Thank you. Do you need a key to enter this room? Yes, a security card. Do all members of your staff have security cards? Yes, all employees have one. That being said, as we handle critical data for their companies, even I am prohibited from entering the CEO room while he's absent. So... what? What happened then? Security camera, likely the one Kurosawa-san mentioned. But intruder made it in regardless. Glasses! Oh, there's something. There is 2 somethings. Is there a third something? No. Check the windows? No. I'll check the somethings. Out of order. Is this shadow Kurosawa-san? But it's weird, I feel this shadow is looking at me. Or am I overthinking this? The shadow is Kurosawa-san? Or maybe it's the intruder. How do I tell them apart? Looks like they're touching the desk drawers. Wait, is it me or is it the shadow looking this way? Or not? The shadow is rummaging through the drawers. And taking something out. It's holding something, I can't quite make out what it is. Maybe we should examine the desk itself. Introducing myself, Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of UTech Priority Company. Please ask my secretary for anything she knows about what happened 2 days ago. She doesn't know anything. Kurosawa-san, could I ask you what happened 2 days ago? What I can tell right now is that something precious was stolen. The rest I'll disclose once we talk to my secretary. Oh. But Kyomoto-san didn't seem to know anything. I wonder if there are any traces nearby that might provide a lead. The CEO's desk. This chair must have cost a fortune. The desk? The chair? I don't know. Need to be careful with CEO's desk. What is this? An Illuminate card. Wait, no. Is this case part of the prophecy too? Hey, that card is of a high value. Please leave it where it is. But Kurosawa-san, isn't this? It is involved in some way with your ongoing investigation. Well, not quite. Then please return it to where it was. I continue investigating. I will. Sorry. Aww. The shadow was taking something out of the desk drawer. from the top drawer, I think. Was anything taken from this drawer? I should check with Kurosawa-san. Not a lot of clues. Usually at this point I will have something like, oh, here is what we know about the secretary, here is what I know about this douchebag. May I ask you something? Was anything stolen from the top drawer of your desk? Top drawer? Why the desk drawer specifically? Haven't told you anything yet. Oh, of course. This is hard to explain, but I have this ability called clairvoyance, which is why I'm here as an investigator. Not that you'd believe me or anything. Interesting. Yes, you believe me? Yes, I find it very intriguing, and feel might be very useful for the case at hand. Useful? I'll check what I might have taken from my desk. Kindly recheck with my secretary too. With Kiyomoto-san? Okay, I guess. I don't like him. Kiyomoto-san, could you spare a moment? 2 days ago, did Kurosawa-san take anything out of the CEO's office? Now that you mention it, I think he was carrying a red card-like object when he left. A red card-like object? Not a security card? Those are very different. I wouldn't mistake one for the other. Excuse me. I don't know what it was. But I do recall the CEO being very careful in handling it. Thank you, noted. I'll check with Kurosawa-san as well. If something is missing, then there really was an intruder here. This might be an awkward question. Was there anything strange about the CEO 2 days ago? Anything strange? I don't think so. Did you speak with the CEO about anything? No, nothing in particular. I greeted the CEO, but he just gave me a light nod, as he normally does. I see. Also, this might sound strange, but that was one thing I found puzzling. I mentioned he was carrying something when he left, but to be precise, one moment he was taking out the red card object, and the next moment he was gone. Gone? Didn't he just leave while we were looking away? He opened the door to his CEO office and disappeared the very next moment. Oh, I see. She seems like a serious person, so I don't think she'll make it up. What do you mean disappeared? Like he was here, then he opened the door, but then he just poofed. Door. Yasmin. What's up? Something on your mind? As far as they've told me, nothing stands out of Oh, but a red car-like object is gone, so then again, it feels like there isn't anything happening that's normally related. Oh yeah? In that case, we should look for clues that someone was here in this office 2 days ago. I agree. A red card-like object. A red card-like object. Kurosawa-san, I heard that 2 days ago you took out something from the top drawer of your desk. Do you remember what it was? Thing is, 2 days ago I didn't come back here after the client visit. Huh? So it's impossible for me to have taken something away. But if so, why would Kiyomoto-san... What was your impression of her? Do you think she was telling the truth? This is the strange incident that I mentioned. Is Kurosawa-san suspecting Kiyomoto-san? So, a doppelganger? Kiyomoto-san mentioned that you suddenly disappeared. Disappeared? What do you mean? She said you disappeared after taking the object from the desk. As she bringing this up voluntarily, I don't think she was merely looking away. I see. To be honest, I don't think her account is trustworthy. Could you please double check with my secretary just to make sure? I'll check with Kyomoto-san once more. Yeah, even I am growing impatient. Can this guy just get a grip? If something was stolen, the police could give it their attention. Will you be contacting the police? The thing that was stolen the other day. It's actually something top secret. Top secret. It's an important matter that affects your very reputation. I need to ask to be discreet from here on with your investigation. I see. Bail. Get out of Dodge. Turn your back, don't look at this man again, and just bail. Continue putting your nose in the situation, it's gonna suck ass. What might this red card-like object be? Stands out so would be obvious to anyone searching these drawers. It's definitely not here. Maybe Kurosawa-san took it away himself. Like everything on this whole situation screams like a gigantic red flag just because of this man. It may not even be his fault. Question. 2 days ago, you were in this room with Kurosawa-san, correct? Well, yes, for maybe just an hour or so. Was there anything about his clothes, hair, or even face that struck you as unusual? No, he was the CEO I know. And so he took a red card-like object from the drawer and left with it? Yes, that's right. Is there something wrong? Kurosawa-san say he hasn't taken any red object. Was that important item our CEO mentioned? Seems that way. And still, he did take it out of his desk while I was watching. These two. Just kiss already. Kurosawa-san is the CEO of the tech company. He says something was stolen. What was it? This thing. That's it. The stolen item was a red card-like object for some kind. But isn't he going to tell us what it was? Hasn't called the police either, which is rather suspicious. It's drugs. It's either drugs or the declaration of independency. Kyomoto-san is the CEO's secretary. Kurosawa-san had trouble remembering her name. Mema said that she joined the company. Recently? Yes, recently. That must be why he wouldn't remember her name. Maybe there's a lot of people coming and going here. Just a guess though. It's a lot of secretaries. Need to think this over a bit. I talked to Kyomoto-san, the secretary, as Kurosawa-san asked me to. For her, 2 days ago was just a regular day. Yet actually, something was missing even though Kurosawa-san hadn't come back to his office. Strange circumstances indeed. Did she misjudge what she saw? Did the CEO simply forget what he did? If something is missing, there must have been an intruder in some way. I wonder why the stories are so different. Maybe an intruder was disguised so that Kyomoto-san so that they would look like Kurosawa-san. Maybe the intruder was disguised so that they would look like Kurosawa-san. Kyomoto-san's story about the missing item was accurate, so whoever it was that seemed to be Kurosawa-san must have actually been here. But if so, did they look so alike that you could mistake them? I need to learn more about the intruder. Maybe this is the doppelganger. No. Camera? Camera. Kurosawa-san mentioned he's having a security camera footage analyzed. If they heard back, I should check with the secretary, Kyomoto-san. Kyomoto-san, could you spare a moment? About the security camera we have here. Is the footage available for checking? Our general affairs team who handles the camera sent us images just a while ago. Here they are. Thank you very much. Who does this look like to you? He's our CEO for sure. Looks like it. I'll check with Kurosawa-san itself. Yeah. Ask Kyomoto-san for this image for your secretary camera there. Ask Kyomoto-san for this image for your security camera there. This is you, isn't it, Kurosawa-san? Oh, wow, he does look like me. I wouldn't blame anyone for mistaking him for myself. Could it be that you've simply forgotten about coming back here 2 days ago? That is impossible. My client's counterpart could attest to that. But there is something actually missing from this room. But this is clearly you yourself? I am as surprised as you are. Good going. Jasmine, I think I've picked up what I can here. So how's the CEO then? Something does feel off. He won't tell us about what was stolen. And he showed interest in my clairvoyance. What is he up to? Definitely it seems like he's hiding something. Yeah. I like this face. So it's like she's getting gazed down by the hypnotoad. How's it going? It seems you're done with your initial investigation. Yes, but it's kind of complicated. A lot of uncertainties, aren't there? Oh yes, exactly. Kurosawa-san himself is one thing, and the clairvoyance shadows in the office felt different somehow. I see. Also, I saw an illuminate card. Kurosawa-san had one. We can worry about this later. Looking forward to your full report. Let us begin then. Locating a stolen item and recovering it if possible. The request for this case is rather unusual considering our usual affair. And yet, it seems that this case was made for us. First I thought it was just a burglary, but with the illuminate card showing up, something strange must be going on. We cannot leave this case unexplained. Let us begin the identification. Now let us start by laying out what has been happening. Mr. Kurosawa experienced something strange. He asked us... He asked you to speak with Miss Kyomoto, his secretary, to make sense of what was going on. That's right, so we asked Kyomoto-san about what happened 2 days ago. So, Ms. Azami, what were the strange circumstances that Miss Kyomoto describes? Kurosawa-san appeared but wasn't supposed to. Visitor came calling, security system wasn't working. This one? Kurosawa-san appeared though he wasn't supposed to be there. Kyomoto-san was in the same room for a while, but didn't notice anything unusual. So the intruder entered the CEO's office as if they were the CEO himself, behaving very naturally. The intruder's presence was natural enough that anyone might suspect the CEO of misremembering his own actions. Moving on. The Mr. Kurosawa imposter came to the CEO's office as if they were the CEO himself. The secretary, Miss Kiyomoro, was the only one who saw him. Her accounts of that day included an important characteristic of his intruding identity. So, Ms. Azami, what kind of interaction was there between Miss Kiyomoro and Mr. Kurosawa's imposter? Between the time the imposter arrived at the CEO's office and until he left? Simple non-verbal greeting, spoke as they usually do, simple non-verbal greeting. I believe she mentioned the CEO gave her light nods, but they didn't speak. That's what they usually do, so he didn't find it strange. Precisely. Miss Kiyomoro did not converse with Mr. Kurosawa's imposter. If they had any form of conversation, this would have turned out differently. My final question. Was Miss Kiyomoro unaware that Kurosawa-san had appeared? No. She was aware and even greeted him. Indeed, furthermore they were in the same room for an hour or so. But Miss Kiyomoro never doubted the imposter. And yet, our clients can prove that Kurosawa-san wasn't actually there. So, Ms. Azami, what kind of entity is this imposter, then, who showed up at the CEO's office? CEO's living spirit. A fox morphed into Mr. Kurosawa. Must have been a fox, magically morphed into Kurosawa-san, or maybe a raccoon dog? That may be a possibility, technically speaking, but has there any evidence suggesting so? Please think it over again. Oh, it wasn't that funny. Entity almost identical to Kurosawa-san. A tangible entity with an appearance practically identical to Kurosawa-san. Maybe a clone or some kind of copy? Security camera footage confirms that the imposter's appearance is almost identical. And yet, Mr. Kurosawa himself can prove that he was somewhere else at the time. It's as if there was another Mr. Kurosawa in existence. They did not converse, and yet, the security camera footage shows the person existing in two places at once. There is one urban myth that matches those parameters. A doppelganger. Okay. Because a doppelganger, unlike a mirror image, a doppelganger, following modern D&D, a doppelganger somewhat recently, has been accepted as a possible character that a player can be. There is some limitations to what a doppelganger can transform to, like usually a doppelganger can only transform into people. Depending on the background of the doppelganger, the DM allows the doppelganger to transform into animals or objects or something like that, but there is always something that throws it off. Usually it's the voice, because the player that is playing the doppelganger, because it's convenient for the player that is playing the doppelganger. For example, a male player will have difficulty making a female character's voice. As well as a female character, we have more difficulty making a male character's voice. Of course, depending on a lot of things. So following modern D&D rule set, a doppelganger fits. Because if they didn't speak, but they were still identical to each other, it can't have been a mirror image. Also, there is this thing, the mirror image can be told apart from the real thing, because the mirror image will behave the opposite of the copy. Not like, oh, the copy, oh, the original character that the mirror image is copying is a nice person, he's a Catholic, he goes to the church every Sunday morning, and the copy is a piece of shit. No. It's gonna be like, oh, the original character is left-handed and the mirror copy is right-handed. The original character has a fringe that falls on the left eye. The original has a fringe that goes in the left eye. The copy it goes in the other eye. It is literally a mirror image. Literally. Anyway, the doppelganger. A duplicate of herself that exists in the same world, with no indication of since when or why they exist. Only the person itself would be able to identify the imposter. The terrifying aspect of this anomaly is that if you ever meet your doppelganger, you die. You'll die. We should warn Kurosawa-san to be very careful. Until he recovers what was taken. I didn't know the doppelganger was such a scary urban myth. That reminds me, the same Mr. Kurosawa sent us an additional request. I will handle it personally. You may not be able to reach me for a while. But no need to worry. I'll leave the on-site investigation in your capable hands. But, director? What happened? The director won't be in contact for a while. Will you be okay on your own? Is that much to worry about? Without the phone calls, this just be the usual. You're right, maybe it will be okay. Is it to compensate that he was he was interacting a lot in the last chapter, maybe? Oh, my last. Sir? What is it? Oh, I thought you had come home just a few minutes ago. No, I just got home, obviously. Oh, is he gonna go face to face with a doppelganger? What? Oh god. Ah! Is that what he means by only the copies can identify the doppelganger? I try to remember which part of like a modern urban myth the doppelganger fits. I think it goes to the Mandela files. The Mandela catalog, not the Mandela files. But I have this whole training footage kind of thing of teaching you how to identify when the others have taken have replaced someone in your neighborhood. It's just the whole thing like, oh, here is the picture of a normal person. Here is a picture of another person. Can I identify the difference? And sometimes it's very subtle, sometimes it's just like a normal person is just like a little kid. The person that replaced the little kid is lanky and tall and has black eyes and just has a smile that doesn't even fit in the picture properly. It might be that. Today's menu, we go check Kurosawa's place. And it seems he ran into his doppelganger. When he called, he was so worked up. I saw it. It was in my room, it ran away, and so on. I wonder if he's okay. Well, he did call us himself and seems to be safe for now. Though we should wait on mentioning the supposed death if we meet your doppelganger thing. He was at least well enough to have called us. How about the boss man? Business done yet? I don't know. Haven't heard anything. Maybe first solo dissolution is coming up. No way, I'm not good enough for that. Well, we'll figure it out. I'll look into the doppelganger rumors. Is there anything else that you'd like me to look up? My lead investigator Zelma is growing up fast. Ah, you think so? Can you add Zimmers to your research list? There have been a lot of incidents related to them lately. Or are there any connections between Kurosawa-san and the Zimmers? Haven't you heard? The Zimmers hate Kurosawa with a passion. Not really a big deal if it's just people's opinions, but Kurosawa haters are getting bolder. Understood. I'll look for rumors of the doppelganger myth and Kurosawa's haters. Okay. You tech dark secret. Someone was young, taking a company public in just 3 years. According to our sources, he abused his privilege to get there. Dark secret? It's really impossible for a company to go public in 3 years. Nah, it's not impossible, it's just really, really rare. I don't know what this means. I don't know what it means for a company to go public. As again, this whole corporates and this corporate knowledge and shenanigans going on, like this whole situation, I don't know anything. Because it's really one of those things that is like, just didn't call my attention. He got where he is due to family, but he's out here lecturing us about hard work. What an ignorant guy. All these haters, do you think they're Zimmers? That's the thing with Zimmers, really don't know. He seemed like a group would also go solo. I wish there was some way to tell. I think this smile guy is a Zimmer. There's a guy with not a smile guy, an emoji. There is a guy with an emoji, there is a guy that is an anime girl, that kinda looks like a VTuber. I don't know. But if your family has a lot of money, can you just use however you want? No. If your family has money, usually your family has someone that protects that money. Probably the bank. Someone from the bank. They're gonna be like, hey, I mean, you can use the money, but then the bank is gonna call like, hey, apparently someone used a lot of your money. Do you know anything about it? And they're like, what? Guys, you think so if you have that kind of opportunity. People like that also tend to go for attention. Calling it hard work distorts the word's sense of values. Return the distorted word back to its original state, GR. Ah, the Grand Reset. That is GR means. Distort values. Are they distorted? Oh, cell phone is... I'm shutting off. Hold on. Stay there. Okay. Are values even fixed to begin with? This GR again. What does it even mean? The Grand Reset. Being the CEO of a huge company at this age is unreal. Talk about New Life Plus. Maybe he's even an invader from outer space. True. How many times would I have to be reborn to get to live in the top of such a fancy building? If you actually tried, you might get that pretty quick. Yeah. I didn't say the Kurosawa we see might be a doppelganger. A little too high profile for antics like that, isn't he? Kurosawa's son... Kurosawa we're going to see now is the real one, right? Sure hope so. There are plenty of urban myths about the meeting of doppelganger too. Are there really? Experiences like that probably hit closer to home than average urban myth. So one stands out for me. Q. Not Q. Not Q, Z. Oh yeah, there was the one video. Like there is this lady, she's like on a sports event or something. It's not the lady, it's the daughter of the lady. It's the daughter and the mom, they are on the sport event. But like the daughter is filming this other lady on the other side of the stadium, she's also visiting. And then the camera pans back to the mom, and the lady that the daughter was filming before and the mom, they look exactly the same. Like the same stature, the same body, the same hairstyle, even the clothes. I mean, I like to think it's 100% coincidental, but what if it was a doppelganger? How the glasses are reacting to meeting a doppelganger. Neither will grab attention, give it a search. Meeting your doppelganger. That's what happens if you go outside a lot. You get to see your clones. Oh, that is this incel. Speaking of meeting your doppelganger, my friend accused me of walking around with a girl hanging off my arm yesterday. Maybe my doppelganger got a girlfriend before I did. A doppelganger can get a girlfriend. Anything you can do, a doppelganger can do. Anything you can do, they can do better. And there are lots of celebrity doppelgangers incidents. I bet they just blame it on a doppelganger when they get caught. Ah, is that so? Yeah, it makes sense to blame it on a doppelganger. Tsutomu Kizaragi said that the doppelganger hallucination theory is when you're seeing a hallucination of yourself. While theoretically it could all be in your head, you could also be seeing your older self or a living spirit. Hallucination of your future self? What kind of urban myth is that? Wait, they said Tsutomu Kizaragi. Right, he did write books on urban myths. Fans would have their eyes on this topic. Fans. Oh, reaction. Yeah. You could probably get more info on doppelgangers from there. But as such, I looked at the upside down pyramids. For a while now, I just looked at it and I thought like, oh, it's a weird face with glasses and like a weird nose. And then, for some reason, now I look to the pyramids. And I thought the pyramid was more yellow than usual. It just flashed me, why does it look like Jake from Adventure Time? It's like Jake from Adventure Time wearing glasses. Like, what is happening? I've seen a friend's doppelganger before. We talked and they were totally alike. But when I talked to my friend later on, I heard they were on overseas at the time, so he couldn't have met. Meaning someone in a place where he couldn't have met. That sure sounds like a doppelganger. If that's real. In urban myths, it's said that a doppelganger can't talk to other people, but they can only appear in places related to the original person. Did it actually mention that trait? Doppelganger can't talk to others. If it is someone who's antisocial or not talkative, it'd be hard to tell that apart. I guess I'm fucked then. I saw my younger self in my family's house in the countryside. Is that also kind of doppelganger? What's that a doppelganger too? If it really was the younger self. I think there are a bunch of stories about getting home to find a doppelganger already there. It's terrifying. That's really terrifying. Getting home to find yourself there? Guess that's a classic kind of doppelganger. A lot of historical figures have met their doppelgangers before. President Lincoln, Hinosuke Akutagawa, and so on. President Lincoln? With a beard. The one with that beard on his face, right? You know him from the beard? How many presidents have beards on? I don't know. A lot of people meet their doppelgangers, but aren't they all dead? You die if you do, right? You really die when you meet one. I heard you get cursed with bad luck. Getting cursed with bad luck, dying if you meet them twice, which story is most likely? Did I get it? Oh, I did. Doppelganger hallucination theory. According to the doppelganger hallucination theory, it is not meeting a doppelganger that causes death. You see a hallucination of yourself because you're close to death. So it's the opposite? You see a doppelganger when you're already about to die? So doppelganger is a shinigami. Can't really call those the same thing. I hear even seeing someone else's doppelganger can cost your life. No way, you can die from seeing someone else's doppelganger. Take a breath. Go on and find out more about this rumor. Z. The glasses are reaction to the words cost your life. So many intense words coming up. I thought it was the shock of seeing your doppelganger that killed you, but dying just from seeing someone else's doppelganger. Death by shock? I guess it would shock you to death. But would it really shock you to that extent? I don't know. I heard a rumor in a spirit or soul that escapes from the body, and if you see one, it means the host's body without his soul and will eventually die. Or something like that. Soul, doppelganger, host body, what? That's a tough one. It's like a plot for an anime. You can't make fun from the concept, since there were people with brain tumors who died after seeing they saw the doppelganger. What? This sounds like a scientific cause. Compelling if true. Brain tumors showing you hallucinations of yourself. The idea gives me shivers. Definitely a possibility. There is also the possibility that the doppelganger killed the original selves to replace them. But in that case, from the outside it just seems like the original person's personality changed. Killing the original to take their place, that's way too scary. Now we're in the horror movie stuff. So isn't a straw man kind of like a doppelganger? If the real person is in the way, they get rid of them and put a straw man in their place. A certain prime minister was just a straw man, source Master Kisaragi. Straw man? A straw man prime minister, really? Here come the conspiracy theories. They say Kisaragi said it, must be a fan. Haven't I heard about something like this before? The straw man replacing people. Sounds like a witch's curse in this case. Like the witch, she prepares a troll, kind of like a troll slave doll kind of thing that is made of a straw man. But the straw man needs to kill the original before they can take their place, something like that. Like a strong witch or a warlock, I don't know. A prophet, Tsutomu Kisaragi, is not just a visionary. He holds the power to see the future. Society is on the brink of revolution. GR. Tsutomu Kisaragi fan using GR. Maybe it stands for Great Reset. Oh, I see. So that's why he keeps showing up everywhere. He seems to be really popular lately. Z. There's a reaction to Prophet Tsutomu Kisaragi. Tsutomu is just a researcher. Why are they calling him a prophet? Would you mind looking into these rumors? Understood? Don't have a lot of water, just noticed. According to the doppelganger time warp theory, meeting a doppelganger results in a time paradox that causes death. A time warp? When two are the same person in the same place on the timeline, causing a paradox? Do they think reality is some sci-fi movie? In the world simulator hypothesis, a doppelganger is a bug in the system. If you run into one, then a bug occurs and you die, get it? What is the word simulator hypothesis? Your guess is as good as mine. How some weirdo wrote a book about the Matrix and people is taking it more seriously than the Bible. I don't know what's going on. How interesting that every doppelganger death theory has its own reason behind it. Each one seems realistic in its own way, scary. They do seem strangely realistic in their own ways. Yeah, it's kinda creepy. Prophet Tsutomu Kisaragi. Oh god, okay. Let me start making some matches. Alright, I got this one. You never know which one is gonna lead to the line that talks about the urban myth for this part. Cost your life. No, okay. The GR of Prophet Tsutomu Kisaragi hoped for is almost here. GR, GR, GR. It's just people going to say. Seem to be really excited here. So it's like a real party for them. Yep. What is it? Don't keep reading if the posts are creeping you out too much. As someone who reads Occult Great Reset, I thought Tsutomu Kisaragi was simply saying the occult otakus will have their chance to shine one day. Really? Have you read it, Jasmine? Well, yeah, I have. You should read it again. You can't just stand there and wait for change to happen. You have to take the first step towards change yourself. That's how we change society and the world. GR. Can't say much without reading it myself, but seeing how many different impressions of the book there are makes me nervous about reading it. Tsutomu Kisaragi may be abnormally persuasive. Idiots always toss words around like toys. I've been working hard for the GR too, but it's a shame that I'm treated the same as this fool. The GR is something you work for? And I thought all you did was read books and rent online. This could be more dangerous than it seems. You seem too intensely invested in this. The book is just about updating your values. What else is there to be seen in it? Updating your values. Ah, that's the closest how I read it too. Simply put, that's what it is about. Exactly, updating your values. To do that first, you must destroy your current values. It's that destruction that Tomoki Zaragi sought to carry out. Was that a statement inside that asked you to come up with your own answer to something? I think it was just a bunch of Tomoki Zaragi's own thoughts. Maybe depending on the reader, it resonates differently. I thought his book was about his experience. How he was bashed by people who had prejudice filled of occult otakus based on only half-truths. Hold on, why is he talking about otakus? I feel like Fujiwara-san said something about that on the occult store as well. Oh, because along with the teaching at uni, Tsutomu Kizaragi was an occult researcher. That's why people thought of him as an otaku. Half-truths? They were true. Now they're just trying to start a fight. The worse the info, the more attention it gains. It is through reactions which leads to a sense of superiority. And people have a terrible habit of just focusing on that. True. This is the short-sighted society that needs to be destroyed. It's people saying GR. It's like they're trying to accomplish something. For Tsutomu Kizaragi, right? Looks to me like they're speaking out of the name of Tsutomu Kizaragi. Can you stop saying Tsutomu Kizaragi? I just noticed how many times you've been saying Tsutomu Kizaragi, god damn it. Just go Kizaragi or Tsutomu or something. He couldn't accomplish his goal by himself. There is no urban myth. Did I miss a blue one? Usually there is a blue one. Talks about the urban myth, unless I already went through it. And I didn't react to it. No. Yeah, there's a doppelganger. I saw it. This is the last message a dear friend of mine sent me just before he disappeared. Saw what, you ask? Apparently saw his doppelganger. He had gone out by himself to meet up his relatives and he was waiting for them at the park. He arrived early and decided to kill someone, sometime on his phone. To kill someone. Messaging me and a few others. The park was busy, so I must have noticed it while watching other people sitting on the benches, running and chasing after balls. At first, it was just meaningless conversation. I'm so bored, this might be the most wholesome place on earth. But then he found something interesting. I think this person is staring at me. Oh my god, we're wearing the same shoes, how embarrassing. This got everyone's attention. Is it a dude? Chick? Lemme, what do they look like? He's a dude. No way, he's even wearing the same pants as me. Lol, maybe that's why he's staring. Hang on, try to send a picture of his face. Then there was a short break in the message. I assumed so he could take the picture. Eventually he sent it, but the guy was far away so it was hard to see his face. Zooming in, it was just a picture of my friend. Everyone loved it. What the fuck, it's just you. You so had me there. What's with a dumb look on your face? Then he sent a bunch of messages all at once. Guys, that's not me. Oh my god, it's me. The final message before he stopped responding was, I saw it. That was actually a creepypasta. That was just a creepypasta. I think that's how we can get for now. Went out Tomoki Kizaragi rabbit hole at the end there. Looking into the Zemas leads to his name showing up a lot, and GR. Why is he looking into the doppelganger myth? You get the basic idea? Yes, I picked up a lot of weird info about them. Almost at Kurosawa's place. I hope he's doing okay. Well, the doppelganger first showed up at the CEO's office, but the secretary was fine. And there were many theories about the doppelganger myth himself. So not too sure if meeting one actually kills you. You're right, yeah. I'm calming down a bit. I'll do my best with today's investigation. Oh, there he is. The man, the myth, the asshole. I don't like him. Hello, UMDC here. Oh, thanks for coming. Are you alright, Kurosawa-san? We heard that you're... Yeah, it's the doppelganger. He showed up, and I saw it myself. Its eyes were inhuman, but looked just like me otherwise. Did it attack you, or do anything? Nothing like that. But it happened very quickly. Before I knew it, the thing had left the house. Have you called the police? Well, it's a pretty ridiculous story, so making a fuss will damage my company's reputation. Anyway, kindly check that what it was doing at my place. We have a housekeeper and she saw it too. So please talk to her. And also... Hey Yuya, we aren't done talking yet. Who are these chicks? You're bringing over girls in broad daylight? They're here for business. This is worse, so give us a moment. What the hell? Are you okay? She received some messages, supposedly from me, that I have no memory of. The messages ask her various things about my room. I'd appreciate it if you could look into that. Anyway, I'll let you investigate. I understood also who is that girl. If she's like your sister, that's fine. She's like someone that you just brought in. Like, who is this person? So flashy, Jesus. Worried about Bosman? Yes. I'll search for him on my ends. Got connections that could help. Jasmine, how do you feel about this case? Well, Kurosawa ran into his doppelganger pretty quick. But he's weirdly calm, kinda fishy if you ask me. Fishy? I wanna keep an eye on what the dude says and does. About the investigation. You know the drill, yeah? Maybe? Talk to each witness, confirm their claims, figuring out the doppelganger's actions and motives. You got this. Yes. Yes! About the director. Yeah, I asked someone I know for tracking help. Nothing substantial so far. Thank you, Jasmine. No need to thank me. You're like a worried parent or something. Gonna stop the Illuminate card prophecies, right? Go on and show the director how it's done. Right, let's do this. A series of trophies and awards on display. So many of them. Kurosawa-san must be really talented. Is that a diamond plaque? A diamond plate? Prefectural Junior High Kendo Tournaments, 3rd place. High School Speech Contest, Judge Award, Silver Medal. Business Idea Contest, College Category, 2nd place. So Kurosawa-san was a high achiever since his school days. Japan Corporate Excellence Award, Information Technology, EU Tech Priority. Silver Awards, 100k subscribers, 5 Society. Gold Awards, 1 million subscribers, 5 Society. Incredible. See, he really is a boottuber. Okay. A photo of Kurosawa-san. Might be one from a while ago. It looks a bit different for now. There's some writing on the trophy he's holding. National College Debate Contest, 1st place, Inugami University Debate Club. Wow, winning this is amazing, but also... Inugami? That's my uni! So Kurosawa-san went there too. Inugami. Excuse me, we are from the UMDC. Blah, blah, blah. Could I talk to you for a minute? Urban Myth Dissolution Center? Is her name Honda? Feeling kinda nervous. It is. Oh yes, Mr. Kurosawa mentioned you. I can be of any help? My name is Honda. I work as a housekeeper here. May I ask what happened yesterday? Someone who looked just like Kurosawa-san came here. Someone just like him. She's deep in thought. I was around 8 o'clock last night. Mr. Kurosawa came home and immediately went to his room. I was preparing his dinner when I heard the entrance open again. I looked out and Mr. Kurosawa was standing there. I think I told him that I thought he already came home. What did Kurosawa-san do? He went to his room, then soon after I heard him yelling. Yelling? Like, ah! Then someone surprised. Mr. Kurosawa came to his room immediately afterwards. Came out of his room. And another Mr. Kurosawa followed him shortly after. And by that time the first Kurosawa had disappeared into thin air. Couldn't believe my eyes. I see. Did you look inside Kurosawa-san's room? I am only in charge of cleaning for all the other rooms. I was told that Mr. Kurosawa's room was various things he can't show anyone. When I first came here as a housekeeper, I was told that entering Mr. Kurosawa's room is strictly forbidden. I see. Honda-san, when did you start working here as a housekeeper? You seem accustomed to this job. When did I start? She's really intense. Is it just me? Well, she's a housekeeper. She's used to a lot of weird things from weird people happening on their houses. Like, people inside their house are just weird. If she goes to a lot of houses, just like, god damn it, some other weird things happening. But now I have to take care of these crackhead kids and the weird case of a doppelganger. You kidding me? I don't know. Been a housekeeper for a long while, but I started working here recently. Oh really? I'm old, but I still need to work to pay my bills, you see. I could do with a little raise if you catch my drift. Or would Mr. Kurosawa fire me if I heard this? She doesn't seem to be kidding at all. Just checking. Did you speak with in any way with the first Kurosawa-san that came home? In any way? As in, did you talk at all? Just reacted as usual, I believe. I greeted him with a welcome home, Mr. Kurosawa, and he gave me a small nod and headed to his room. So we didn't have a conversation. Understood, thank you. So the first Kurosawa probably was the doppelganger. And the one that yelled wasn't the doppelganger. You have an idea of the doppelganger's actions, but where does this go? I don't know. Oh, is this his room? Am I invading your privacy, sir? What's in your safe? What's in here? Is this a safe? Can I open it? Do I have the password? Can you tell me the password? If I put this knife in your belly, will you tell me the password? Is the password in your blood? Can I check it? Takes a tech CEO to have such a huge safe at home. If the doppelganger was after something, this might be it. Okay, I'm gonna focus now. Oh, trash. A mundane, everyday trash can. It's pretty packed. All documents, maybe? Yeah, documents. What is this? A photo, crumpled and rolled up. Is it the same photo as the one on display? Now it's longer sideways. Oh wait, this person on the right. Tsutomu Kisaragi? Why? Why would Kurosawa-san be in a photo with Dr. Kisaragi? Need to ask Kurosawa-san. Yeah, in order. What's this go? Excuse me, just a moment of your time, please. What the heck are you anyway? I might be able to help in some way. I'm here from the Urban Myth Solution Center. What the heck is that, eh? There's been something strange happening around Kurosawa-san recently. It seems someone who looks just like him is up to no good. This is serious talk, that's pretty laughable. It's true, there was evidence of that intruder in the CEO office too. And I saw it too, or his shadow, so we're pretty sure it's real. Jeez, is reality show or something? What the heck are you anyway? Aika, Yuya's girlfriend. Why is he doing inviting girls to this place anyway? He did this before too, we had a huge fight that I haven't forgiven yet. So why are you here? Why did you just invade the house? Oh yeah, no, he said the motive. You're just here for work, nothing to worry about, nothing. Nothing to worry about, eh? You're weird. What's your name again? Azami Fukurai. Okay then, Zamzam, what you need? Zamzam? Aika-san, strange things have been happening around Kurosawa-san recently. We're worried about Kurosawa-san's safety. And maybe it could be in danger too. Oh, wait. That's so not funny. Wait, you serious? Very serious. Kurosawa-san might have been told you. The messages he received were probably from his doppelganger. Ah, so those nonsense texts you sent me the other day went from you on booze, but from someone else. We believe so, yes. Wait a minute, she has jiggle physics on her boobs. The girl. So far she's the only one with extra jiggle physics. I'd like to ask something else about the doppelganger. She kinda does. If you look right on the middle, on the nipple area, you could see some of the extra movements on the graphics, on the pixels. And what? Have you ever talked to over the phone directly? Nah, nope, just those DMs. I see, so his messages. Maybe it's true that doppelgangers don't talk. Could you tell us in detail what you experienced? Like a few days ago, you DM'd me. First I thought, who the heck is this? He usually calls, but hey. I see, it was Kurosawa-san's actual account. Hey Aika, remember when you came to my place? Is this it? It was like he was asking something. It was super creepy, got on my nerves after a while, so I just deleted most of it. That explains it. What was he asking for about? And like something about that hard drive in your room. A hard drive? Asking about it too, said something about a black box like drive or whatever. I said, how should I know about that? It's your room, don't ask me. I like her. She's so bitchy, but like, oh my god, she's not wrong. But I like her. Right? So I figured something was up and came to check. Those DMs were an imposter, I don't get what's going on. I already checked with Kurosawa-san about this. This stunner girlfriend. I like this girl. Any notes on the people I meet? Aika-san is Kurosawa-san's girlfriend and was at his place when he arrived. Why was it that she suddenly came to Kurosawa-san's place? Because she couldn't wait to see him, Kurosawa-san asked her to oh, that's not funny. Yes, she received fake messages through Kurosawa-san's hacked account, so she came over to check. I'm surprised if someone could hack Kurosawa-san's accounts. It can be easy. Kind of super hacker could pull that off. I mean, if it is like a personal account, if I have like a personal account and then I have a business account, usually, I don't know. In my personal view, usually most of your security is going to be focused on your business account. I don't know, it depends on the I guess it's just me. If I had a business account and a personal account, I mean I do, in a way. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. Computer! This computer is huge. Lots of glowing lights. This is some of those gaming rigs. I mean, the computer isn't huge. The setup is insane though. Like 3 monitors? Why do you need so many? I never understood why do you need 3 monitors? Like I have 1 monitor and I'm fine with that. Maybe it's because I don't have a lot of things going on. Like I already don't like playing games on full screen. Because my screen is just like this is a wide screen, kind of like this one. So most of the games just like kind of get chopped up on the corners. Like I have the game here, and then I have a lot of empty space on the corner, just black and nothing. Like if I'm gonna have empty space, I might as well just drag the game to the corner and then have like a YouTube video over here. I don't know, some weird shenanigans going on. If you're gonna give me empty space, I might as well use it. If anything, the doppelganger will try to contact Aika. I briefed my housekeeper, so kinda talked to both of them. Understood. Excuse me. May I ask what happened yesterday? Yeah, sure. When I got home last night, the housekeeper looked a bit funny and said she thought I already came home. I had no idea what she meant, but when I came to this room, the doppelganger was here. Exactly, looks just like me. Except the eyes, they were just sockets without eyeballs in them. I just stood there in shock and he took off. I see. Have you noticed anything unusual since you saw the doppelganger? Like a massive headache or something? Huh, you're thinking I might die because I met my doppelganger. Oh, you know about that? Nothing seems wrong with my health. That reminds me, you met my secretary yesterday, right? Kiyomoto-san, you mean? Yeah, she seems to have skipped work today without permission. Our HR tried to call her, but she's not picking up. Huh? Our staff is looking for her. I'll let her know if I hear anything. Kiyomoto-san has met a doppelganger, so... Is this because of the doppelganger too? Maybe. About the messages that Aika-san received. Oh yeah, those. They weren't from you, right? Of course not. My accounts got hacked, it happens. It happens. I've taken measures to fix the situation. I see, so does that mean the doppelganger was using your account? I don't know who the culprit was. But this is embarrassing as a tech company CEO, I bet. Kurosawa-san, did you note Tsutomu Kizaragi? Why all of a sudden? Well, I found a photo of you with Dr. Kizaragi in your trash can. Is that from when you were students? Well, yes, he was the advisor for the sports team I was in back in uni. So that's why. What does that have to do with this case? And why are you even searching into my garbage? I never asked you to do that. Alright, I'm sorry. I don't know, it's kind of like a mystery novel thing. You see a trash can and gotta search it. It's kind of weird. I thought I'd thrown all away of these photos. Nah, there is one on the wall. Why was the photo in the garbage? I guess as good as mine. I noticed it lying around yesterday. To think that you dig that up was lying around. So if it wasn't Kurokawa-san or the housekeeper, did the doppelganger leave it there? But why would he do that? Oh, shades, right. Start from the door. See if I get any more there. Serawa just keep it, unless Jasmine has something else to say. No. Does the housekeeper have anything else to say? Is Honda? No. Is his amazing girlfriend has something else to say? About the messages. The messages he received are probably sent by the doppelganger. Kurosawa-san's account seems to have been hacked. Hacked? You're Kurosawa, CEO of security company, getting hacked? Ah, loser. That's what it seems like. And who exactly is that doppel whatever next of you is? X? It's more like a copy of the person? I don't get it. But is this a dumb text trying to get back at you or something? Well, I don't know for sure. Is this not an occult case, but an angry X case? Okay, in order. Oh wow. So I gotta say this is Mr. Kurosawa and this is the copy. The one with the black eyes. Blank eyes. I see two shadows. Could they be Kurosawa-san the doppelganger? So I'm seeing the shadows overlapping from when they came home last night. They really look alike when compared like this. But I can somehow tell which one is the doppelganger. I wonder why. And again, the doppelganger's shadow. It really does seem like it's watching me. It's supposed to be just a trace. How is it doing this? Reminds me, you need to check with the housekeeper about what the doppelganger did. The shadow is a doppelganger. It looks different somehow. It's near the computer, but what is it doing? I can't make out exactly what he's doing with his hands. It looks like he's taking something out or away from the computer. I should figure out who figure out what could have been around the computer. Check the computer. The shadow is different from the usual ones. This must be the doppelganger. Is he trying to do something to the safe? The shadow seems to be looking at me and laughing. Too scary. I should check for traces on the safe being tampered with. Examine the safe. The doppelganger was staring at the safe. Was anything stolen from it? I should check with the housekeeper, Honda-san, whether the doppelganger had anything in his hands. Should ask also stumbling a lot. Move on. I'm reading too fast, as always. I think the doppelganger was fiddling around with this. There's an USB cable dangling here, but nothing connected to it. Could I ask you something? Have you noticed whether anything was stolen? And did you check the contents in your safe? I haven't checked thoroughly, so that is a possibility. That safe is huge and stands out, so I might want to make sure. Indeed. Actually, I'm a bit busy right now, so could you check the safe yourself? What? Me? Yes, please. I should have contracts, watches, and some gold in there. The combination is 5666, so please go ahead. Oh, understood. Is that careless of him, or does he have a reason? Check the safe then, I guess. Is it really okay to open this? Let's see, 5666. It's open. How will I know if everything is in here? Contracts, watches, actual gold bar. What the hell? Guess nothing has been stolen. I mean, how am I supposed to know? It's not my safe, you idiot. Go check it yourself. What is wrong with you? Oh, did you notice anything unusual or peculiar about the Kurosawa-san who came home first? Peculiar? Yes. Can you imagine that the first Mr. Kurosawa I saw might be someone else? As far as I could tell, it most certainly was the Mr. Kurosawa I know. I see, thank you. When the first Kurosawa-san came out, was he holding anything? Holding anything? Like a wad of bills or expensive looking jewelry? No, I don't remember him carrying anything of the sort. Do you mean Mr. Kurosawa's room has such things in it? I wouldn't know. Then again, he wouldn't have that huge safe if he didn't. Huh? Is there something wrong? Well, if she's never been in the room, what does she know about the safe? That is a good question. She literally said she was never allowed inside the room. Housekeeper. Oh yeah, I mean, if she is alone in the house, if she's alone in the house, just because she's not allowed in, doesn't mean she's not gonna go in. Honda-san works as a housekeeper at Kurosawa-san's place. When did she say she started working here? A few years ago. Or was it? She does seem like a veteran housekeeper. Let me rethink this. For someone who's been around since his childhood, I don't feel there's just much trust between them. I had to risk. Yeah, she started working here recently too. I wonder if Kurosawa-san tends to overwork his staff. Do we tell him? No. Computer? No. Trash? No. No. Oh, there's only 2 left. So I need to do this and then it reveals information for something else. I thought there was more. I thought it was 8 for some reason. Doppelgangers who appeared at the CEO's office showed up at Kurosawa-san's place as well. It entered Kurosawa-san's room. Maybe to lie in wait for Kurosawa-san himself. Ah. Kurosawa-san did indeed encounter the doppelganger. Yet it could have waited for him anywhere, including the entrance. Which means there could have been a reason it was in Kurosawa-san's room. Doesn't seem to have touched any of the valuables. He had sent messages to Aika-san too. I wonder if what he was trying to do. Maybe the goal seems to have been... if he didn't take anything... To get the hard... No, he did take something. To get a hard drive that was connected to the cable. In Kurosawa-san's room. The goal seems to have been to get a hard drive that was connected to the cable in Kurosawa-san's room. Yes, that must be it. I'm not sure what an HDD is. So... do you know what an SDD is? It's the same thing, it's just older and slower. But judging from the messages Aika-san received, that must be it. Maybe I should ask Aika-san about what exactly an HDD looks like. It's like a big, blocky, heavy thing. It's about 3 times this. It's about 3 times. I'm gonna say it's 4 times the diameter of an SDD and 10 times the weight. Something like that. Aika-san, about the HDD. Yeah, I wouldn't know, okay? And yes, but you would have to know what kind of shape it was. It was near the computer, connected with a cable and around the size of a lunchbox. Oh yeah. It was a black box with a sticker on it that said 5 or something. A 5? Not sure about that, but might be it. Kurosawa might recognize that. We should check with him. By the way, do you know if any of Kurosawa's ex-girlfriends might know a lot about HDDs? How should I know? Oh, of course, sorry. HDD with a sticker. Kurosawa-san, do you know about an HDD? With a sticker with the number 5? Wait, he's really surprised? What about it? Seems like the doppelganger's goal was to get that HDD. What does HDD stand for anyway? It's hard drive disk. Like an SSD means a solid drive disk, an HDD means a hard drive disk. She doesn't know. Should I explain the difference between one and the other? So it's basically like this. An SSD, as we know, is literally just a little disk that we insert into something and like the data is gonna get recorded. The HDD does the same thing, except that the HDD is literally a disk. It's a giant CD. It's a disk made of some weird material, I don't know what the material is, that it spins inside his compartment thing when it's working, and then the data is literally written on the HDD and then gets erased on the HDD. What is the main disadvantage of the HDD in comparison to the SSD? First of all, it's a gigantic, bulky, heavy thing. So it's very cumbersome to just have it inside anywhere. But it's old technology, it works. It used to work. I still use one, by the way. And also, because of this nature that it needs to physically spin in order to record the disk, it creates, how can I say, one of the disadvantages of the HDD is that the way it records data on it, it's fragmented. Is literally why the SSD has the name solid hard drive, solid disk drive. It's because it says, oh, if I want to record a picture, the picture is going to be recorded in that space in a solid singular megapixel in it. While on the hard drive, literally because it is spinning, if you want to record a picture, then some kilobytes of the picture are going to be here, some kilobytes are going to be there, some kilobytes are going to be here, some kilobytes are going to be there. So, I mean, for a picture, like if you're gonna go like, oh, I don't need this picture anymore, I'm gonna erase it. That's fine. But when you have a large file, like when you have just a large collection of files, and you're gonna delete them all at the same time, fragments of those files are gonna be left behind. This is why on hard drives you have a thing that you need to do from time to time called disfragmentation. That literally means removing the fragments of old files that are left over on the HDD. On the SSD, you don't need to do that anymore, because when you put a big file, it's going to be all blocked up in the same space on the file. So when you ask for the computer, oh, delete that file, okay, it's going to find out that old block and it's going to just remove it. Which is also why it's a lot faster to do things on an SSD than on a hard drive. Because once again, if you need to load up something on an SSD, it's all in one space. If you need to load up something on a hard drive, it's gonna get data from here, data from there, data from here, data from there. Because the thing is always spinning to make it work. That is like how it was explained to me, at least. And that is how I understood. I may be wrong. I don't know. It's fine if I'm wrong, as always. If I'm wrong on something, please bonk me in the head and correct me. Kurosawa-san, about the HDD. Huh? Oh, HDD as storage media. You can save a large amount of photos, music or videos on them. I see. They might have something stored on it that the doppelganger wanted, which is why it was stolen. Would the Urban Myth Dissolution Center be able to recover it for me? We're not cops. I can't say for sure, at least not immediately. Worst case, destroying the HDD works too. I would appreciate if you could prevent the contents from leaking out. Can't promise anything. So, figure out why the doppelganger came here. Doppelganger seems to have stolen an HDD from Kurosawa-san's computer. An HDD. Just the HDD, without touching the gold bars or other valuables. Kurosawa-san even asked us to destroy it if we needed to. Ah yeah, don't agree to do it, those requests leads to complaints later on. So he came for the HDD. When I was inside, also Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. She skipped work without saying anything and isn't answering. Could she be... Could meeting someone's doppelganger bring death to others as well? Kurosawa-san said his staff was looking for her, but I hope nothing happened to her. Kurosawa-san and Honda-san, the housekeeper, have both met a doppelganger in his house. Yeah, I might not be safe. I'll go grab the van, so tell Kurosawa and the housekeeper to be on their guard. Understood. Get some rest, Zami. We're on standby until Kurosawa's update us. Gotcha. Thank you, Jasmine. Oh, combini. On combini de combini. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm running. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting anything, but I guess it works. What is this place? It's dark, but it's so loud. It feels like many voices. Yeah, this is way too loud. We should go somewhere quieter. Miss Zami? Miss Azami? Director? Oh wow. Creepy ass looking thing. No, no. Sammy, are you awake? Yep. Dozing off again. Huh? What the? Oh, I was just zoned out for a bit there. Stop falling asleep while we're talking. Kurosawa sent his stupid request, so we need to get playing. Sorry, I was just this weird dream. Anyway, you were saying the doppelganger had actually shown up before the CEO office intrusion. Yup, turned up a week ago in the UTech HQ server room. Which makes 3 sightings: server room, CEO's office, CEO's home. Sure gets around for an anomaly. By the way, we haven't heard from the director yet. Hope everything's okay. It's looking like he might have to do the dissolution ourselves, eh? I'll practice manifesting the eye opener and unlocking it. No idea what you're talking about. UTech HQ is coming up. Time for investigator mode. Guess. Oh, no social media. I'm gonna say, as the chapters went forwards, they started using less and less the social media. I guess during the developments they kinda noticed that, yeah, social media is fun for getting info and stuff, but it slows down the storytelling a lot. And it does. It kinda does. I mean, chapter 1 and chapter 2 was fine. But in chapter 3, it kind of felt like it slowed down storytelling. I glad they noticed it on chapter 4. No, chapter 3 there wasn't a lot either. Yeah, on chapter 3 there was 2 sessions of social media searching. And then the next session they couldn't have because they went underground, so there was no signal. And chapter 4 there was... No, chapter 4 there was 3 sessions, never mind. There was 1 session with Jasmine, then 1 session with sick Jasmine, and then 1 session that was just Zami. Yeah. Kurosawa-san, you mentioned the doppelganger was here a week ago. Yeah, it seems like it showed up in the server room. No reports of anything stolen or sabotaged so far. Can I ask what this room is for? This is your server room, where we store important data for our clients. It's usually off limits or to external parties. Our main concern is what intrude the targeted server room. Since it appears in our building twice already, they may have hostile intentions towards the company. I hope you can find out why it came here. Understood. By the way, I asked you to look for the HDD stolen from my home. Could you give me a status report on that first? And actually, our job is to investigate urban myths. Looking for stolen property is not quite what we... Well, looks like our understanding of the request and your work aren't aligned. Hey, when did we agree to change our service plan? And you are? Just a part-time helper. If I have an additional request for lost property searches, I'll check with management. We're not in a position to make those kind of decisions ourselves. Especially for this kind of pseudo-police work. Never know, I might turn out illegal, really. I can write up a theft report for the police. Actually, we have a lot going on with all the strange incidents. Please forget about the stolen item for now, we'll handle that ourselves. Just continue investigation the urban myth elements, if that works for you. Oh, okay. Please check with the server engineer and security guard about what happened here. Okay, we will. Thank you, Jasmine, but did Kurosawa-san don't change all of a sudden? Leave the situations to me. Anyway, he's showing his true colors. He almost forced that responsibility on us. Let's move on. First, we need to know what happened here. And next, why he came here specifically. I'll keep an eye out for that Kurosawa's up to while we investigate. No. Oh, he's still here. I thought he left. Oh my god, look at the bug eye. Looks like a shelf for storing connection cables and tools. Quite a lot of stuff to keep here. I don't know why I went forward. Just be right around Kurosawa, okay? On a doppelganger that appeared in the server room. Any thoughts? On a doppelganger, this one doesn't seem that supernatural. This one came for the server room, then stole item from the CEO's place was an HDD. Oh yeah, and the card-like device is stored for the CEO's office. The item stored from the CEO's office was some kind of device. I heard that it was red and card-like. I guess I shouldn't assume that. Any leads you're aware of? Not too sure. Might be something, but nah, not confident yet. I see. Let me know if you figure out anything. The doppelganger must have a goal. It's like it's targeting something. If we keep working this case and it turns out the Illuminate card are related. If they are, I need a bit more info, Sammy. Give me that info. On it. Really sorry about earlier. It's okay. Force of habit for the negotiation table. Okay. Could you tell me about what happened here in detail? 1 week ago, late at night, the doppelganger showed up here, though nothing was taken. Please ask a server engineer and this room security guy for specifics. I was out of the office working on something else, so I wasn't aware of what happened. Understood. I'll check with the engineer and security guard. Oh, by the way. Did you remember something? You have this special power, right? I seem to have lost my fountain pen when I came here this morning. Your fountain pen? You're good at finding such things, aren't you? Well, kinda. It's actually a very special pen for me. Could you try looking for it? It was a gift from my father. From your father? We definitely should try finding it then. Exactly. Would you mind? I shouldn't do it, but sure. I wanted to ask about Kyotomo-san, the secretary. You mentioned she wasn't answering calls. Kyomoto? Ah, the secretary. Oh yes, forgotten to mention this. We haven't been able to contact her. Asked HR to check on her phone, but they couldn't find her, so she might be missing. Huh? Maybe the secretary job was physically demanding in some ways. But disappearing with no word of warning. I don't think that's what is going on. Beating the doppelganger, a lot of people can kill you too. Nah, that's pushing a bit, no? I met mine 2 days ago, but nothing has happened. Though that reminds me. Oh my god, what? It's just that our housekeeper didn't show up this morning and hasn't contacted us either. Your housekeeper, Honda-san? Is she okay? Secretary Kyomoto-san and now your housekeeper Honda-san. Both recently encountered your doppelganger. Is it really strange that they're going missing like this? Well, actually, there are a lot of responsibilities people Well, actually, there are a lot of irresponsible people in the world. And why am I totally unaffected? Well, I wouldn't worry too much about the doppelganger rumors. Wait, so that wasn't why I requested the center's help? Hello, we're from the Urban Myth Solution Center. Oh, hello, Anakata. I handle new tax priority server room, admin and maintenance. Are the servers those large machines in the back? Yes, those shelves hold hundreds of servers and I'm in charge of them. Oh, I see. Makes sense. Could you tell me about your work? I work in UTech server room here in the headquarters. I oversee and maintain the server hardware and also handle troubleshooting. Are you always here? I'm actually pretty new to the company. Not always, though I often come down and handle things here. I see, thank you. Could you recap what happened a week ago at night? That day I was handling our regular monthly server maintenance, among other things. So it was your monthly special day where the servers get their beauty time? Yes, something like that. The CEO showed up during that time. A little past midnight, I think. He came in and just, knowing I was busy at work, he just gave me a wave. Like, don't mind me carry on or something? Yeah, exactly. So I was focusing on the maintenance process and other tasks. Did you notice anything unusual? Unusual? Let me think. Well, he acted just like the CEO usually does when you see him around the office. Do you know what exactly he was doing? That would be... no, I don't really know. He seemed to be working on something, but was gone when I looked up. I just remembered, you know what kill... What not kill? Do you know what helps ward off a doppelganger? Silver. Apparently there is something on silver that helps keep away a doppelganger. They just don't like it. They don't like it at all. Which is, in theory, why there is so many sightings of doppelgangers this day and age. People just stopped having silver on their hands. It is kind of on their bodies, on jewelry and stuff. People stopped wearing jewelry. And the term silverware that was literally used for like eating like the utensils in your shelves made of silver, well, they became cheaper materials that everybody can use. So technically the most recent viewings of doppelgangers that started now is because that people stopped using the things that actually protect them from doppelgangers, that is silver. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. It's not like werewolves, like, oh, if a werewolf gets shot or stabbed on the heart with silver, it kills them. No, it burns them, however. It's kind of like iron to a fairy or something. Iron cast. Wow, the servers are almost a wall of their own. Won't fit in my place. I wonder if folks working on the PCs need to have them at home. Nah, not really. Oh my god, look at this man. Wait for the Urban Myth Dissolution Center, may I talk to you for a bit? Yes, I heard from the CEO. You know, here, security for the server room. Please ask me anything, yes. You know, son, could you tell me about your job? Yes, I'm in charge of security for UTech server room. We handle important data such as personal information, yep. I see. A week ago at midnight, we heard that someone came to the server room. Oh yes, the CEO doppelganger, yes? Yes. Exactly. Could you tell me everything you saw at the time? Well, I don't really understand this doppelganger thingy. Someone who looks just like the CEO, I find that hard to believe just like that, yep. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we sure an entity like that is out here. Things have been stolen from the CEO's office in Kurosawa-san's home. Yep. Please don't go with him. We would appreciate your help, especially to prevent any further incidents. That makes sense, yep, I see. It was just past midnight on that day last week, I think. The CEO just showed up like that, yep. Does Kurosawa-san usually come by at this hour? No, it's rare that he even comes to the server room. Our server engineer Nakata was here too, yep. I see, so what was Kurosawa-san doing here? He entered the server room and seemed to be doing something inside, but I didn't see what exactly. Alright, I see. And more servers. So about the servers, is the big one the server, or are the various species sticking out the server? The server has glass doors but no locks. I don't know how a server works. As far as I understand, a server is literally just like a cluster of these little machines all working together to the same goal of keeping one source of data together or something. This shadow is probably Kurosawa-san. It looks different from the doppelganger. Yes, definitely Kurosawa-san himself, not the doppelganger. Looks like he's placing something on the tool shelf. Maybe he put the pen here and forgot about it. I need to check. Why do I need to search this pen? Go away, Holmes. What the hell? A shadow which looks like Kurosawa-san. But I'm starting to see the difference. This one must be the doppelganger. It's staring at this server. It's looking this way and laughing? Scary. I wonder what this server is. The doppelganger seemed fixed on it. The shadow looks just like Kurosawa-san, but it's actually the doppelganger, I think. Yes, positive. He's standing there all confident, like it is his own company. It means the security guard saw this doppelganger too, right? Probably. Looks just like Kurosawa-san, but this one's the doppelganger. He seems to be doing something to the servers. He's in a glass compartment with solid looking door and lock. That's security here. The doppelganger shadow was looking at the server. I wonder what's stored in it. Maybe I should check with the server engineer. Maybe. What about this one? This one isn't locked. The shadow was around here. There it is, an expensive looking fountain pen. How will he put it in here of all places? Did he hide it on purpose? Anyway, let's give it back to Kurosawa-san. Ben. We're still looking to the intruder motive, but here's your fountain pen. It was right on the tool shelf. Ah, that power of yours is real. It should work then. Just talking to myself. Please carry on with your investigation. Yasmin, I need to attack this guy in the face. Can you do that? Can you just drop kick him real quick? Please. That is a server with a lock. What is stored in it? We're thinking that maybe the doppelganger was aiming for the contents of the server. The server's contents? I can't really tell you that due to security protocols. I could, but I need permission from the CEO, so... There's a server with a lock. What kind of data is stored on it? Could the doppelganger be trying to steal the information? Nakata-san mentioned the doppelganger was doing something to the server. I see. Please check with the server engineer about the specifics. You can tell him I gave him permission. And even if the doppelganger is indeed after the server's content, the data within is encrypted. You mean it should be safe? Yes. However, I'm concerned that the engineer hadn't mentioned that so far. Why is that? All hands on server process are up to the team in charge, so I wouldn't be accessing anything directly myself. I see. I'll check with Nakata-san about that. Yes? Kurosawa-san said you're allowed to tell us about the server's contents. Also, I think he's a bit worried about why you hadn't informed him that the doppelganger tampered with the server. What, me? Well, to be honest, I felt that his CEO was acting strange that day. Asked him what he was doing, but he didn't even answer me. So you did feel something was off? Yes, and to answer your question, that server is for government-related matters. It contains the National Police Agency information system. The National Police? Issue with that server tends to be complicated. So to be honest, I prefer to not cause any issues by speaking up. I see. And please, it's strictly off the record that it is for the police information system. So it's not like I had any other intentions. I'm sorry. And either way, take special authentications to access the system, so the intruder shouldn't have been able to extract any data. So in order to do anything with the server's contents, you need to clear the authentication. That is right, so I bet the intruder probably got this far, then gave up and left. Please pass that on to the CEO. Understood? I wonder if the server near the back wall is alright. Doppelganger was trying to do something to it. Maybe I should check it out through the glasses. Go to the back wall. Nope. Anything new from you? Just checking. Oh. Was there anything unusual about Kurokawa-san? Well, it was just like his usual everyday self. Is that today as well? But even if I could tell me that he was a doppelganger, I wouldn't know. There is no way I could tell, yep. I see. One thing though, he was dead in one moment and gone the next. You should ask Nakato, a server engineer, about this. He also met his CEO here last week. Oh, I mean... met the doppelganger thing. Here, yep. I see, thank you. Anything new? Yep. Did you get a close look at Kurosawa-san's face when he appeared at night? I'm not too sure, but I did look at him when he entered this room. I think it was just the usual CEO. So the next two just their IDs, I think. Inoue-san is the security guard in charge of the server room. He seems to have encountered a doppelganger, but around what time was that? Around midnight. Inoue-san and Nakata-san were working late. At that hour there weren't any other witnesses. Nakata-san is the engineer in charge of the server room. When the doppelganger showed up, what was he doing? Monthly meat discount. Yes, the classic monthly discount day for meat products, special to steaks and sausages. No, this is the dead end of the night with every few people. Discount meat won't mean what do you think it means? What? Let me rethink this. Strip, rock, paper, scissors. Yes, Inoue-san and Nakata-san had a friendly match of strip, jack, and jenken, rock, paper, scissors. No, wait, that would be a new urban myth we'd want to look into separately. Let me rethink this. Why is she suddenly talking about sausages and strip rocket and strip junk and coal? Yes, I was working on a monthly server maintenance. Was it a coincidence that the doppelganger came on that day, or not? Oh, still need to ask stuff. Jasmine, I need help. The shapes maybe? Do you know anything? Oh, nope. Skip, nope. Go back, skip. Do you know anything? No. Do you know anything? You do. This doppelganger, what is he doing on this server? He's touching something. Connecting a cable to the server? Wait, is that even safe for the server? Should I worry? He was stealing data. The server has neither a dock or a door or a lock, so it just opens up. The doppelganger was connecting a cable to this and doing something. I need to let the server engineer know about this. excuse me, about the server in the back. The doppelganger might have been targeting the server in the back of the room. It seems to have connected a cable to it and then did something. There is still some important data maybe. The server in the back? You mean the one with a lock? Without a lock? The server in the back isn't being used yet. We'll be setting up this structure and getting it ready for actual use. No? So there is no data in that could be stolen. Yeah, it's totally empty. Not even connected to the internet, so there is nothing that could be done with it. Huh. So the doppelganger snuck into the server room to steal important data, but didn't find anything so gave up? That feels off somehow. Maybe I should ask Jasmine for tips. Jasmine, I don't know what's going on. So we know quite a bit more, but also quite a bit less. Which means the doppelganger came to the server room, but it seems it slipped away without taking anything this time. But in this room there is one server, which sounded like an obvious target. Say what? Well, you see. Why are you whispering? The server contains the National Police Information System. The National Police? Shh! But nothing seems to have been swiped for the server, yeah? Since the police info system needs special authentication to access. Authentication? So a password. And it left this room for now at least. For now? I'm more and more confused about the doppelganger's goals. Actually, Zami, I think I might have an idea. Question is, what type of data from the National Police is stored there? Oh, is there a way to find out? I think Kurosawa has taken a peek at the content at least. Gotta find a way to make him spill the beans. Oh, wow. Kurosawa is feigning calm, but is obsessed with whatever was taken. Then again, he's not going to just tell us if we ask. So it's a matter of what could we tell him that would make him talk? Gotcha, I'll think about it. Go for it. What data is the anomaly after? The National Police Information stored at UTEC server. Jasmine thinks Kurosawa has picked the content. Is there anything you're unsure of? I think it's going to be hard to get him to talk. Kurosawa-san has been hiding various pieces of information from us. If we could make him believe that we are partially aware of the truth and are in a position to help him, we may be able to get past his emotional bars. The doppelganger is clearly sneaking into stealing national police data. He's acting in ways that an anomaly wouldn't. Is there some kind of hint in there? What could we say to catch Kurosawa-san off guard? The doppelganger may be a Zimmer trying to blast a terrorist attack. Yeah! The doppelganger may be a Zimmer was trying to plot a terrorist attack. This is just a thought, but putting aside whether the doppelganger is an anomaly or not, if we hypothesize it's a Zimmer working towards a goal, things starts making sense. This is a huge slip up by Kurosawa-san's company, but he probably tells us if we would stop a terrorist attack. We could possibly ask Kurosawa-san outright, but that's kind of scary honestly. I should check with Jasmine first. Yeah, if things go alright, Jasmine could just dropkick Kurosawa and we go out running. Yeah. Just a thought about the identity we've been calling the doppelganger. Could it be a Zimmer trying to make things look like it's a doppelganger? You think so too, Zami? They snuck in here a week ago to snatch national police info for the terrorist plans, but they failed and realized they need a red card-like device for the heist, so they stole it from the CEO's office or something like that. They needed a device to steal data. How do you know this? Zame, just trust me on this one. Go pressure Kurosawa a bit. If he won't talk, just mention that device and he should tell you everything. Okay. If you think it's gonna work. Kurosawa's son about the contents of the server that the doppelganger tried to hack. Can't really tell you much. Could you just focus on the intruder's motive? What if the intruder was a Zimmer? They've been carrying out terrorist attacks. If they laid hands on the information, you don't know what they might do. What exactly is this top secret info about? Let's slow down a bit. As I mentioned earlier, nothing was taken during the intrusion. And you may have heard, but even if they had tried to access the server, a special authentication is needed to retrieve the data. Oh, but the red card-like device was stolen from the office, wasn't it? Isn't that a huge concern? I didn't think you'd find out this much. Huh. The information in that server is related to VIP protection. VIP protection? Info related to security measures for political figures and leaders from within Japan. And also for VIP visitings from overseas. Security is a growing concern recently. You mean the Zimmer terrorist activities that we see in the news? So Zimmers could plan terrorist attacks with that information. Yes, which is why I was hoping for you could figure it out of who the thief is. Then again, you got me. Guess I underestimated you. He's worded this as if we brought up a real zinger or something. I should update Jasmine either way. Jasmine! How did you know about all this? Jasmine, we know what's in the server. You okay? You don't look good. It's got info on VIP protection. The intruder who came to the server room was trying to access VIP protection info. Just like you suggested, he mentioned the device to Kurosawa-san and he told me. Okay. If it's a Zimmer, then they're definitely planning out the steps toward their goal. This means the Zimmer have full access to security information on the VIPs, correct? You got it. This could be really bad. If it is a Zimmer. Jasmine, does this situation look hopeless? Well, the doppelganger has probably been after Kurosawa's data for a while. And the server contained national police info on VIP protection. Did the Zimmers do this to plan terrorist attacks? The police are in danger, but we are too, now that we know. If they realize the center is involved, the Zimmers may label us as threats and actively target us. Oh no, even if we aren't doing anything to them. We figured out their plans. That's reason enough for them to come after us. And this means the bossman's silence is a concern too. No word in a while. Let's hope it's not because of the Zimmers. Do you think the director is okay? The bossman's a resourceful one, so I'm not that worried. Either way, the Zimmers have probably already achieved their goal. Now it's up to how we handle the police follow-up. I see. Anyway, let's stop here for today. Tell them bye and head home. Yes. Having that stolen really messes with your plans. The red device too. Then again, that ghost power could be useful. There's a giant pointer in the way, just noticed. I really hope the director is okay. Assuming Jasmine's right, I wonder what the director is doing now. Another pile of books. Researching something, I guess. Occult fundamentals for dummies. Alien abduction techniques, past and presents, the world without Tsutomu Kizaragi. Spice up your occultic fun, the Book of the Dead, according to Tsutomu Kizaragi. These are all books by Dr. Kizaragi. And there is something else in the pile. A memo by the director, server room CEO office Kurosawa home. The last line reads Kurosawa Seiji? The doppelganger's movements, seen with that vision. Yup, it's time for me to go meet Jasmine. Okay, let's get started. Any word from the bossman? Not yet. I don't know what's going on. Seems really busy. I did find a memo listing the places we investigated. The last line reads Seiji Kurosawa. Keeping watch with that vision, huh? Could throw us a tip or two at least. Anyway, Seiji Kurosawa is Yuya Kurosawa's father. We'll be heading to Seiji Kurosawa's home, their estate. The doppel guy showed up there. You mean a Kurosawa's family home? Yep. If the bossman had the name written down, there must have been some clue. Seiji Kurosawa, the CEO guy, has some serious lineage. Wait, who exactly is Seiji Kurosawa? Again? Why do I not hear about things? Looking him up online will give it an idea. Understood? Stretching. Snapping fingers. I'll search for Seiji Kurosawa then. Wonder if the Kurosawa estate might be hiding something. Something that the doppelganger and Zimmers both want. The info stored in the server room? Maybe not since it's top secret. What a mess if that was leaked. Anyway, I'll go ahead and look up Seiji Kurosawa. I'll go and do it. But why am I not reading anything? I'm gonna say one thing though. Unlike the other ones, this chapter seems a lot less interesting. I don't know. Because the other one I was kind of like theorizing about like the poisoning and the stuff or whatever. The third one was the whole occult thing, searching underground and stuff and whatever. They all had interesting stuff that actually grabbed me. This chapter so far, the most interesting thing is the guy that is interested on Zemi's power. And that's about it. Like the whole search, like, oh, the doppelganger popping up here and there and scaring people, and the people who sees the doppelganger just disappear out of nowhere. Woo, like, it's fine. But just saying it isn't enough to grip me, you know. This chapter is kind of boring. Is it true that director Kurosawa's son is Yuya Kurosawa, the CEO of UTech? I bet you he's leaving management up to someone else and just playing around. Director Kurosawa? They mean Seiji Kurosawa. We were looking up Seiji's son, but info on his son came up. His father's a big shot and the son makes a lot of money, so I'm sure a lot of people envy him. Which one gets more attention? I don't know. Wait, there's a reaction from Yuya Kurosawa. Just looking up director Kurosawa probably leads to more like this. Try using keywords to narrow down research for info on Seiji. UTech has ties to big companies and the government, so it's set for the next several years at the very least. Must be nice to have parents in high places. I have no idea how he's pulling it off as the CEO of a tech company. A company like that getting I need to press things because otherwise I'm not gonna get the clues I need. UTech does seem to be doing really well. Must be nice not having to work that hard. I have no idea how the CEO is pulling off the CEO. How? Have no idea. Read slowly. Like, this is literally right now. It was the best example of what happens in my head. I read, I was like, I have no idea how the CEO is pulling off as the CEO of the tech company. Like, I'm reading, yeah, I am saying these lines, but my eye is over here, eh? This is why sometimes it just jumbles up, man. Especially when I'm reading stuff. It just jumbles up because I'm reading. My eye is here. My eye is not here, my eye is here. But my mouth is here. So my eye is going and my mouth can't keep up. So everything just jumbles up. I've no idea how he's pulling it off as the CEO of a tech company. A company like that getting contracts with the government, we're doomed. Doomed? Are we really? There are plenty of people saying that kind of thing. Ignore them. I heard he's been the real deal when it comes to skill, though his business matters are something else. He'll take on work even if it is questionable morals. I guess you don't need to watch for your back when your parents have power. Sounds like he has business skills, but no morals. That's how it goes in business. There is no place for morals. Granted, maybe that's more of an overseas perspective that wouldn't work in Japan. That make me goose, They say that those who succeed in business tend to be psychopaths. I kind of see that. UTech Priority was started only 7 years ago. Are there any other cases of companies growing up so quickly? Could have people are saying good things about him or not. Reputation seems mixed. Isn't he just a guy born in wealth? Clearly his parents hooked him up. His parents hooked him up? It seems to come up a lot. I don't think that's the only factor in this, though I'm sure those connections help a lot. Upper class citizens can get away with anything. Should that really be allowed? Upper class aren't just allowed to do anything they want, are they? Totally not. Plenty of people think they can go through. Kurosawa's father, Seiji Kurosawa, is the security director of the National Police Agency. As a parent, director Seiji Kurosawa probably just wants to protect his precious only son. How high of a rank is the security director of the National Police Agency? The very top. There are a bunch of different departments, but he's above them all. Oh, that is fascinating. A reaction. We should look into this. Yeah, he's a powerful person, and we don't want to offend him. Let's look him up in advance. Big Boy Dad in the Police Director explains why UTech Priority Head Office is a Toranomon. What do they mean by that? Guess they mean because the National Police Agency is near Toranomon. Yuya Kurosawa is untouchable. His dad is the director of security. That means his face alone can get in places in the government offices, and then daddy can cover up scandals that may rise to law. Cover up, huh? Who knows? Not sure, but people do love their scandals. Yeah, the world is a soap opera. There's a reaction for scandals. People really seem to expect them. Okay, search. That is one. Director Seiji Kurosawa scandals. Yuya Kurosawa scandals. Oh, there is. Whoa. Okay. Looking for happiness and a wife. That's an account name. Seiji Kurosawa, director of the National Police Security Bureau, is a big name among the elite career civil servants. Never thought he was Yuya Kurosawa's father though. Career civil servants. They mean civil servants with the most power. Which means UTech Priority shares the same connections with Seiji Kurosawa, like how politicians often divert public funds to their family business. Is that really true? Who knows? But by the looks of it, his father's influence probably helps you get in work. No cap. I found evidence that Seiji Kurosawa outsources National Police Agency cases to his son's company, UTech Priority. Take a look, GR. Wait, what? This is evidence? Nah, how could this be evidence? Just some random paper used to make it look like it does. Wouldn't this normally be considered a conflict of interest, with politicians and others in power are good at hiding their tracks? Is that breaking the law? This means there are also ways they can avoid the law. This is how all the money ends up staying within the upper class. Nothing trickles down. The systems have been in place for how many years now? We need to dismantle them now. Jar! Just grr! Jasmine, this person. They do give Zimmer vibes. That's the issue with unknown accounts. We can't prove anything. Seiji Kurosawa was up there in age when his only son came along. Of course he did all he could to support his son in starting a company, even if he did a few bad things. But the police wouldn't do bad things, would they? Of course not. Moving on. Prioritizing a family business is deemed wrong in society, but if you had that power, I bet you'd do it too, law. Really? Would you? If you were to go work in the government to work for your ways up the ranks? Wouldn't you want to find a way to work with me and boss man again? When you put it like that. If you could avoid that question with a smile, then you make a good politician. This country is falling apart because of people like that at the top. How long has it been going on? Kurosawa and his son should be punished by any means necessary. Is that how it is? Any means necessary. That's a Zima-like statement. If Kurosawa is funneling politic money to his son's business, that is an issue, but that is no proof. Proof? They're right. Legally speaking, as long as he isn't vastly overplaying, they're in the clear. But even so, they wouldn't look great. With the father at the head of the police and the son's company getting government work, it's highly probable that's what they're up to. Highly probable? Almost completely certain. Next one. Seiji Kurosawa rose to the role of director of the National Police Security Bureau without a single scandal, right? I expect no less for career civil servants. Kurosawa-san's father seems really impressive. Yeah, he really is. The non-career civil servants are out of the streets protecting the people while these career track elites kick back and chat with reporters. Those guys should get out there too. Non-career civil servants? There's the ones not aiming for politics or more, out following leads or talking to victims. Must be nice to be on the career path. Seeing that kind of thing in cop TV shows, what exactly does the director of the National Police Security Bureau even do? Good point, what do they do? How should I know? I've never been one. They're like security guards to VIPs. There's been a bunch of weird stuff involving your cults lately, right? The job is to make sure that people don't do stupid stuff like that. Since the Zimmers are doing terrorist attacks. Must be rough. If the Zimmer caused another bombing, then it's Director Kurosawa that will be held responsible? VIP security information? Looks like they're facing a pretty serious situation. Where did VIP come from? It would be quite a scandal if that happens. If anything, the Zimmers will be targeting Director Kurosawa. Targeting Seiji. I see, that could be possible. If you're honestly entertaining the idea, judging by Zimmer activity, it would be strange for them to suddenly target the director, if they have the information of VIP protecting the bureau. Everyone's eyes are on Zimmer activity. What kind of possibilities are they debating? Getting the press to stick in a butt. As I said, this chapter is... I don't know. Yu Kurosawa had a few scandals during the streamer days, but he turned a new leaf after starting UTech. So he was up to no good when he was younger. Still young though. I heard he's on his best behavior even at hostess bars and clubs. People really can change. Hasn't had a single scandal since becoming UTech CEO. His best behavior? Guess that means he isn't a violent drunk. The total opposite of Beauty Jim. I bet they're just covering up all the scandals. That's easy work for the head of police, right? Is it easy to cover up scandals? Can't be that easy. Yu has always been good at getting away with things. How would this person know that? Maybe they know him personally? Hard to believe. And he was a streamer. I feel like Yu didn't have as many scandals as others. Oh, I skipped text. I see, maybe he's the type who's careful about those things. But if you ask the staff at restaurants he goes to, everyone has a good impression of him. Like he's very humble and sweet. So that's a good impression. But it's only from a few moments of interaction, impressions can be all over the place. Don't know which high-rise the Kurosawas live in, but I wish fake policemen would show up and sweat and dry. Kurosawa-san doesn't live in high-rise, does he? People just like to make things up. Fake police are also an urban myth. I think the story goes that they show up in women's homes. Got a good eye for people, and I can tell you this. That man is a narcissist. His personality is complete trash. One look at him and I know that man is trouble. Just looking at him? It's not really something you can tell from a single look. No. Really? Yu Kurosawa Zimmer activity. Director Seiji Zimmer activity. Scandal Zimmer activity. Let me see that one thing. Fake policeman. Excuse me, I just need to ask you a few questions. There was a murder in this apartment building last night. Did you notice anything out of the order? The police officer asked this over the intercom screen. If you had seen a suspicious man last night, would you tell him? Let me tell you a story about a certain woman. She came home late at night and passed a suspicious man in the hallway. The next day, a police officer asked her if she saw anyone suspicious last night. A few days later, the TV news reported a murder in the woman's apartment and that the murder was being caught. A chill ran down the woman's spine when she saw the news. The murder was the police officer she had seen on the intercom. The man remembered her from a previous encounter and came dressed as a policeman that day to seek out anyone who had seen him. I don't dare to guess what could have happened if she had told the truth. If I were in that woman's shoes, I don't think I've been able to keep my composure. Is this actually urban myth? I don't think this is an urban myth. It's just literally something that happens. Anyway, following the recent arrest of members of the Zimmer terrorist group, Seiji Kurosawa, director of the National Police Security Bureau, announced a plan to bolster VIP protection measures. What might be the Zimmer's next move? Kurosawa-san's father was in the news the other day. Zimmers are scary, I don't get it. Occult fans are so twisted. That's that Kizaragi guy too. Next thing we know, the Urban Myth Dissolution Center will become terrorists too. What? They're talking about us? The person sounds way too scared. Protecting high-profile people. So it's only the rich and famous who are afforded protection. Surely there is more you can bring to fight terrorism. What can be done? I get what they're saying, but it's also important to protect high-profile targets. There was a bomb threat in the city, politicians could just escape to underground shelters. What is the average citizen supposed to do? Underground shelter? Like the underground facility we were at recently. Now the ground bomb shelter is just an urban myth. No. I heard that there is a special team within the National Police Agency Security Bureau, staffed by immortal cops developed by former Japanese army specifically to take on extremists like the Zimmers. Immortal soldiers? Yeah, right. Occult's brain-dead people will find any excuse to lash out. The Urban Myth Dissolution Center and the ones who follow them are just potential terrorists. How could they? We never even think about doing that. Some people just act like they know it all. I always thought those people at the Urban Myth Dissolution Center were just ticking time bombs. Only extremists looks in such dark subjects. Looks like we have our own army of haters. Looks like it. They're lumping us with the Zimmers. Our own survival of devastation and judgment all lies in Seiji Kurosawa's shoulders, or something like that. The only one who can save us from destruction is Kurosawa-san's dad. Put my money on us over Kurosawa's dad. Nostradamus' great prophecy didn't come true in the end, so I don't think the occultists will actually follow through with their bomb traps. Either way, we can only wait and hope the police will do their best to counter. And yet, there are still people trying to follow through. Most people never consider that a terrorist attack could affect them personally. Zimmers? Oh, the super supporters of Tsutomu Kizaragi. Bet you Seiji Kurosawa and the police never expected to have to deal with them now. Same Zimmer uses are Kizaragi supporters? They do often talk about him on the site. And Kizaragi's book is a must-read in occult circles. More and more I notice that I'm backing away from the computer. I'm bringing a microphone with me. There is no doubt that terrorists, weird cult fans, Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Kisaragi was a criminal too. So that clearly means that the Urban Myth Dissolution Center equals criminals. Nope, I pressed the wrong button. How could they say all that? If we took them to court, we'd win a defamation case hands down. These haters are really coming at us. What's going on? Why is this center getting haters? What is going on? I mean, people are starting to believe these Zimmer terrorist attacks. But why would they do something like this? With the terrorists trying to carry out devastation and judgment, everyone's scared and confused. So they look for a familiar scapegoat they can actually reach. So they jump to conclusion on whose fault it is. Human nature. I wouldn't dwell on it. Human nature? So Kurosawa-san's father is a powerful person in the police force. Can't believe he's security director Kurosawa's son. Jasmine, you already knew about Seiji-san. Ah yeah, he's been on TV. Pretty famous guy. The rich and famous comments we saw. Father is head of the police force, son is a tech company CEO. There are people who overact and assume they're exploiting everyone. So is the Samizima admin fully in the movement with the Illuminate cards? I wonder why they do that. Or do they just want more followers in terrorist attacks? Terrorism doesn't guarantee they get the world they want. It's as much of a mystery as the doppelganger itself. How much of this was planned by the Samizima admin? Let's find the answers at the Kurosawa house. Yes! Oh my god. Oh yeah, Zemi, forgot to tell ya. Something wrong? Those two working in the server room? They're missing. You mean Nakata-san and Inoue-san? Kurosawa told us when he called. Says they're absent without leave. With Kyomoto-san and Honda-san, there's 4 missing already. This really doesn't look good. For now, I'll ask someone I know to look for them. We should be extra careful as well. Okay. Hello Kurosawa-san, thank you for waiting. It's fine, I just got here. So about today's investigation. Oh, could you park that van in the back? Stands out too much by the front gate. Sammy, I'll go park, so you head on in. Understood? That's the doppelganger. Kurosawa-san, about the doppelganger. I heard that the 2 staff members at the server room have gone missing too. If this is the doppelganger's fault, there's already 4 people missing. And you also run into it at home, right? Kurosawa-san? You are Kurosawa-san, right? Don't tell me you're... It's my father's home, Seiji Kurosawa. Oh, yes. Thank you for your time. I am from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. My name is Azami Fukurai. Welcome. I am Yuya's father, Seiji Kurosawa, Security Director of the National Police Agency. Oh, yes, a pleasure to meet you. Could I ask for who this gentleman in the suits are? We have heightened security concerns as of late. I was told I should have a security details, just in case. They guard me when I'm off work. Security detail? Excuses for a while. I'll be fine. I'd like to start by asking some questions. Sure, after all that's been happening lately, I was worried about my father. So I gave him a call, and he told me I'd visited last night. Does that mean... Did you come here last night, Yuya-san? Of course not. which means it was the doppelganger who showed up here last night. Found that hard to believe. Who exactly is this doppelganger? Are they involved with the Zimmers? Jasmine? Oh, there she is. Good flair, sir. Currently, Fukurai here is looking into things. We both the doppelganger and the Zimmers as potential suspects, right? Yes, exactly. You in the back. Have we met before somewhere? Anyway, I see. Yuya. If that is the case, we should ask the police to step in. Actually, that is something we should consider. It shouldn't be too late to contact the police after this investigation. If there is something on your mind, I have no reason to refuse. Please do what you need to do then. Understood? When we got the call, he was worried that his father's home might have been infiltrated without anyone realizing it. Sounds like this actually happened shortly afterwards. We'll look into the intruder's actions here. What they were doing in the house and whether they stole anything. There is no doppelganger? According to this, they are all Yuya. Jasmine, I did the director in the center safe. Worried about the haters? It's gonna be okay. Any thoughts on this case? Kurosawa's doppelganger is clearly acting along Zimmer goals. As in, he's targeting national police info. Usually, if we knew something was stolen, we call the police and stop there. So what are we doing supposedly police work, but Kurosawa Jr. is stalling? Chances are he's hiding something. How could he be hiding? Zimmer work? I don't know. We now know that the doppelganger is targeting national police info. But that kind of important data isn't kept here, is it? If what we mentioned the other day is true, then information has already been stolen. But it showed up again, so I needed to look into it. We tried to figure out its motives by following the traces. Could you tell us about what happened here yesterday? Actually, I don't know anything about what happened yesterday. More or less the same as each doppelganger sighting so far. Please ask my father about what happened. Alright. Then could you tell us why you decided to call Seiji-san? Our server room was infiltrated, so we knew that the doppelganger was targeting the national police top secret data. This made my father a potential target too. So I was worried and called him, and it turned out the doppelganger had indeed showed up. Why do you think the doppelganger appeared here? There is a pattern to his actions, probably to steal something. There isn't much of value here in this house. That painting there might look expensive, but it only cost a few dozen bands of yen. Is that actually expensive? I don't know yen. The only possibility I see is the contents of the safe. It has valuables inside. Would you be able to find traces with a part of yours? We'll check if there's any traces around the safe then. Painting of a woman. Really looks expensive. An old-fashioned safe. Is having a safe another Kurosawa family tradition? Excuse me. Various objects lined up on the shelf. Trophies, certificates, looks like a family tradition. Reintroducing myself, Azami Fukurai of the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Thank you for your help. Seiji Kurosawa, Yuya's father, and Security Director of the National Police. I try to avoid meddling with things I don't understand too well. But Yuya mentioned that his case is related to the Zimmer incidents that are causing an uproar lately. So you have my cooperation. Could you tell us about what happened? Last night, around 10 or so, my son came home. I was in my study, in the middle of organizing papers. So I briefly greeted him, then returned to my desk. I told him to wait a bit while I finished my work. After maybe 10 minutes, I came to his room, but my son was already gone. So soon? Did you find it strange? Not really. It's normal for my son to be busy, working as a company head. Then this morning he called and asked whether anyone who looked just like him came home recently. And that's when Yuya's son realized it was the doppelganger. Did you notice anything unusual at the time? No, not really. When my son came in, I mean the doppelganger, he stopped and stared at the painting there. So I told him we bought it just yesterday. Has anything been taken from the home? Taken? Does the doppelganger steal things? All I heard from son is that it appeared on this room. I see, thank you. We'll take a look around the house. So Yuya's son told his father about the doppelganger showing up in his room. Didn't want to worry him? Could you tell me about your son, Yuya? Your questions range rather wide. He is a Kurosawa family only son, and we'll be taking good care of him. I've been called overprotective and meddling at times. My wife and I had an early divorce, so he has grown without knowing motherly love. There was a time when he would go around causing mischief, and streaming them as part of some activist group. But he's built on those experiences and now runs an internet technology company. I see, and you supported him throughout. That's what parents do. Could you tell us a bit about your own work? My work mostly prevents me from mentioning details or anything specific. But you could say I'm in charge of VIP security within Japan. Are you involved in countering the recent occult terrorist involvement? Of course. Our organization exists to protect public interest from all forms of disasters. Seiji-san is Kurosawa-san's father. He said he's in charge of a branch of the police. Which one was it? The man in the mascot. What do you think? Yes, he performs as Poppycon, everyone's favorite? Friendly police mascot? No, that can't be right. Poppycon? We know we don't have this in Brazil. Like, there is no mascots to talk about, like, the police and security and stuff. When we think about the police, we just think about, well, the police. Maybe that's the problem. He has VIP security and also counter-terrorism. So he's actively fighting the Zimmers. Must be a huge responsibility. Anyway, let's go from the very beginning. Just to make sense of things. The shadow is here. Looks just like Kurosawa-san Jr. But his shadow compared to the previous doppelganger shadows looks somewhat different. Not sure how exactly. Seiji-san might know something. A shadow that looks just like Kurosawa-san, a doppelganger. So it did show up here too. The shadow is staring at the painting. Why would the doppelganger care about the painting? Maybe there's a secret to it. A shadow who resembles Kurosawa-san, the doppelganger perhaps. Up to now I was able to tell the doppelganger apart at a glance, but today it's not getting that feeling. Am I tired? The doppelganger is fiddling around with the safe, taking something out of it, perhaps. The doppelganger seems to be taking something from the safe. Maybe something was stolen then. Could the safe be open right now? A shadow who looks like Kurosawa-san. Touching the things on the shelf. Check the painting. The doppelganger was staring at this painting. The frame is fancy too, must cost a fortune. But why would the doppelganger want to stare at it? Obviously it hasn't been stolen either. Maybe I should ask Seiji-san. The safe that the doppelganger was touching, could it be open? Nope, not open. I'm hoping the doppelganger hasn't actually gotten the safe open. But the shadow traces tell us something. Same thing. So did a candle trophy upside down. Is he writing something on the bottom? This is the first place trophy for the Prefectural High School Candle Championship. The shadow was holding this trophy upside down, looking at the bottom. Checking the bottom. A small piece of paper is stuck here. 9630, 4-digit number. What is it for? Yeah, it's the safe combination. Open the safe. Didn't expect it to work, but that shadow movement might mean he saw the number and entered it. We should at least try, I guess. Wait. No way, it opened? And inside is an empty box? Who would keep an empty box in a safe? And maybe what was stolen was inside the box. I need to check with Seiji-san. Did you clearly see the doppelganger's face? I did indeed. Was there anything strange? I didn't notice anything. He's my son after all, so I don't think I would have mistaken him. So why they're so similar his father couldn't tell them apart? Excuse me, about the contents on the safe. Oh yes, the safe. Seems something was stolen from inside it. And why would you know this? I've looked and the box inside the safe was empty. You looked? You mean you opened the safe? Maybe that was inappropriate. It's more a matter of how you managed to. I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry. I have this strange power that allows me to see things. Can you stop telling about the power to people? See things? And we believe the content of the box in the safe was stolen. I'm not sure I understood you fully, but I will confirm. As you said, the object is missing. Stolen, apparently. What was in the box? I can't tell you much, but it is part of an informational system within the National Police. Oh, is that the system Kurosawa-san's company server? The one that needs special authentication to access? You know that much? Might as well explain then. As you say, the object in question is a password device needed to access the system. Yet, its existence should only be known to a select few individuals in our leadership. We haven't disclosed details or even our families. Not even your families. And that's what was stolen. There were reports that VIP protection data was uploaded to social networks. So those were not baseless rumors. Now what? I should tell Jasmine. About the painting you have there. Oh yes. You purchased that one 2 days ago. You put it up just yesterday. Last night my son, or the doppelganger rather, he was looking at the painting before anything else. Must be very expensive. To tell the truth, the frame is more costly. The painting itself is only 50,000 yen. He was surprised to hear that too. Oh, though 50,000 yen isn't inexpensive. Since I thought he was my son, I thought in the actual price. But if he actually was someone unrelated, he should have bluffed a bit. Ha, it's just a joke. Yuya, are you lying? I think Yuya is lying to something. Jasmine, something was stolen after all. And what was stolen? The password device granting access to the National Police Information System. The doppelganger can access the National Police Info System at will now. So first he wasn't able to snatch data from the server, realized he needed a password device to grab access, so he came here to steal the password device. Wait, that means... We're in big trouble, what should we do? Could you go ask Kurosawa's father when he last used the device? I need to make a call right now. Okay. Jasmine tends to make calls at times like this. About the stolen device, when was the last time you used it? Well, to be honest, I'm not a tech-savvy person. I received it around 5 years ago, haven't used it at all since then. Oh, is that so? Either way, this is a crisis now. We need to take measures immediately. If you happen to find it, please let me know. Yes, if you happen to, that is. Could you tell us the device shape and color so we know? It's red and looks like a card. A red card-like device? Is that the same as... Did I talk to you about it? Nope. Made a mistake. Painting? No. Shelf? No. I check about the device and Sage-san has never used it. What? No, that can't be right. Director Kurosawa's device has logs of continued usage starting from several years ago. From several years ago? Wait, does that mean that doppelganger was there from the back then too? Or not? It was stolen yesterday after all. Wait, there's more. Sammy, slow down. We know that the doppelganger stole yesterday. It's a red card-like device. Huh? Is that the device that was stolen from Kurosawa Jr.'s CEO's office? It's getting really confusing. I think this bitch is lying to me. And he is trying to cover for a lot of things. Let's think this through. Something feels off about today's investigation, but I can't quite place it, it just feels different. The doppelganger appeared in front of Sage's-san and searched around this house, inside his house. So someone other than Sage's-san was definitely here yesterday. But then again, something different from the usual, isn't there? At least my imaginary version of the director shows up right away. I will always be here when you really need me. When you saw the shadow, you mentioned something was different about it. Yes, the shadow seemed different from the doppelganger we've seen so far. And his actions afterward seems weird as well. I wonder how different from the previous doppelganger intrusions. Isn't the... Isn't the shadow seen through clairvoyance actually Yuya Kurosawa himself? Because if the shadow seen through clairvoyance is Yuya Kurosawa, and he is the one who took the red card initially, and those traces are there from 5 years ago, not from recently. If you ask me what is happening, I think Yuya has been snatching away the cards a few many times through the years and using it for some reason here and there on his office. It's probably how he grow into how do they call it again? In public? How the company went public so fast. Because if he has those cards, if that card exists with the passwords, if the cards with the passwords exists for at least 5 years, and a company rose in the public for around 3 years ago, it isn't difficult to say that he's been using the cards since then, since a little bit before then, to raise in notoriety and gain fame and money. But then he starts this whole doppelganger situation and actually snatches the cards. And he goes into panic because this thing that he's not supposed to have suddenly disappeared. And everybody's saying that it was him who took it. And apparently he's the one who took it. And people who see him disappear? I'm gonna say, okay? I'm gonna say one thing. One of the... There could be two things. One, it is actually Yuya. Yuya is somehow faking that this whole doppelganger situation. Like he's just using the Urban Myth Dissolution Center as a tool to try to just give him some alibi, allowing him to just like, oh, then it just turns out this is the Zimmers doing this, and it has nothing to do with us, and the Urban Dissolution Center couldn't do anything, so there are a bunch of stupid people who put the country in danger. Or maybe it is the Zimmers. But I think the Zimmers are the head herring, and it's our Yuya doing stuff. As always, I could be wrong. Following my PTSD for chapter 2, Yuya could be the head herring. Anyway, if I remember correctly, Seiji-san explained about the painting to the doppelganger. That was yesterday. It's supposedly been a while since Kurosawa-san was here himself. Why did he know about the painting? I need to check with Kurosawa-san. How about you don't do it? How about you don't do it? Where did the evidence in the safe go? Kurosawa-san, could I talk to you for a moment? The doppelganger who appeared in front of Seiji-san yesterday. That was actually you, wasn't it? So you caught me. Huh? He just admits to it? Why is this happening? No, wait. It's not what you think. I wanted to show all those who are suffering how incredible your power is. I just ended up doing it. No harm indeed. No harm intended. What do you mean by show? Take photos, upload them, that kind of thing. With your permission, of course. Your power will bring solace to many people. I really respect you. Hope you don't hold it against me. It feels so wrong. Why would Kurosawa-san say things like this? Please don't take any photos without telling us. I may continue the investigation. Oh, thank you. Jasmine! She's taking pictures. You see me naked in the bathroom. I don't like it. Let's think things over for a bit. We know I was stolen, but now the situation makes less sense. The password device kept inside the safe. Seiji's-san said he hadn't actually ever used it, but Jasmine mentioned it's been in use starting from several years ago. It raises questions about Jasmine's connections. I wonder who she was calling. But this password device wasn't also stolen from the CEO's office. Maybe there was something about the device kept in the safe. Maybe Kurosawa-san borrowed the device. Borrowed it from the safe. Maybe Kurosawa-san borrowed it from the safe? Was it really? The device in the CEO's office and Kurosawa's family's safe were the same thing. Seiji-san said he thought he kept the device in the safe. Maybe Kurosawa-san... Okay, not... oh! It's the wrong word, it's not borrowed. Stole. Maybe Kurosawa-san stole it from the safe. Yes, that must be it. The two are the same device. They're both the red card-like device, and it makes sense that the Zimas are after it. But why would Kurosawa-san take it without saying anything? There's a lot we need to ask him. What is going on, Yuya? Why would the password device stolen from our safe be stolen from your company? Did you take it from the safe? I was so intrigued by the work you do. I just took it and kept it in my office. Jasmine mentioned the lock showed it had been used since several years ago. I didn't mean any harm, but the doppelganger stole it. I wanted to find it before the worst could happen. And Azami-san's power could make that possible. Not really the time to be complimenting me. This is getting out of hand. Isn't it more important to prevent the public from knowing this device was stolen? Jasmine, things are getting really complicated now. This was just a family conflict. We leave it alone and go home right now. So now you know, everything about this case was to cover up for Kurosawa-san's theft. Well, the red password device was taken by the doppelganger, so there is no way it just ends here. So I guess there isn't anything we can do about the situation. Thinking... Oh man, that timing as usual. It's the director. Hello, are you okay? How is it going? They were worried about you, director. Turns out the doppelganger's actions have affected more people than I realized. I know I've been busy on your end too, but please don't disappear like that. Important police data was stolen. We've been seeing nasty rumors about the center. We can think about these complications once we wrap up this case. Fair enough. Time for a dissolution. I'm relieved though. I was anxious about doing the eye-opener part myself. That may happen sooner or later. Now that's a hard pass. Now then, please ensure the Kurosawas can hear you. Yes. This request was about recovering, if possible, an object stolen by the doppelganger. For now, let's put on hold whether recovery is even possible, until we determine who exactly we're dealing with. Are we ready? The eye reveals all. Eye opener. Now, let the dissolution begin. In this case, Kiyomoto-san, secretary at UTech, initially encountered a doppelganger, leading us to follow his traces. We identified it as a doppelganger, based on his appearance being identical to Kurosawa-san and that he doesn't engage in conversation. So, Ms. Azami, there have been further indications that the anomaly is indeed a doppelganger. What kind of phenomena has been observed? Things being stolen, Kurosawa infestation. Kurosawa infestation? Kurosawa-san were spotted all over the place. Must be because he's duplicating repeatedly at an infestation level. And what is that characteristic of? There are indeed some other myths that divide and multiply, but they are unrelated to this particular case. We should revisit those another time, when we have plenty of time. Please think things over again. Envy from the general public, things being stolen, 4 people are missing. Kiyomoto-san, Honda-san, Inoue-san, Nakata-san. The people who encountered the doppelganger have all gone missing. The 4 individuals whose names have not been found, so they may or may not be alive. Yet the situation does seem to line up with the doppelganger's anomaly characteristics. Why would a request to search for a missing object turn into such a complicated matter? That is because of one key factor that made us believe this was all the doppelganger's doing. So, Ms. Azami, what was the notable characteristics of the intruder that kept this incident from being reported to the police and that led to a request to the center instead? It's a breathtakingly beautiful woman, heart-stoppingly handsome man. He speaks kindly and softly. He impersonated someone. What about these 2? He had the looks of a woman, beautiful beyond this world. You jump on them in impulse if you ever get set eyes on them. Makes you wonder what kind of appearance there might be. An appearance that charms anyone and everyone. What that might look like in practice is intriguing. Yes, that is not the answer. Please try remembering again. They're probably the same thing. The intruder's appearance is identical to Kurosawa-san's. The people who encountered it all thought it was in all along. And that is precisely why we were called in. That aspect is indeed clearly anomalous. Our angle will change from here on. The doppelganger who appears in the server room seemed to be targeting confidential police information. Yet, it turned out through Miss Fukurai's clairvoyance that they had given up on that approach. So, Ms. Azami, to confirm, why did the doppelganger in the server room give up on extracting data? Because he lost his fountain pen, because an authentication device was needed, because it was aware of the security guard. That's no funny. To access the confidential information, a red card-like password device was required. Yet, this device was only available to high-ranking police officials. So we believe the intruder had no choice but to give up. Yes, that is correct. The device that the doppelganger stole from the CEO's office. Now, about the red card-like device, something seemed strange there, didn't it? Yes. Kurosawa-san mentioned that he was intrigued by his father's work and had took it on a whim. A rather naive reason, if anything. So, Ms. Azami. Oh yes, he did say that. The question here is when exactly the device was stolen from the Kurosawa estate. Around when do you think this actually happened? Several years ago? Jasmine looked into this for us. It seems the password device has been in use since several years ago. Kurosawa-san mentioned it only a week ago on a whim. But that doesn't feel right. Mr. Kurosawa's account seems to have a number of inconsistencies here and there. Though we can't do anything about that himself. I hope they can figure things out, father and son. Yuya, there will be no easy way out of this. I expect a full explanation once we're done here. Now for our final question. The culprit who appeared at the Kurosawa's family home and stole the red card-like device was your son, Yuya Kurosawa, and the culprit who infiltrated your son's company and home by the doppelganger and also acting like a Zimmer. So, Ms. Azami, Miss Fukurai, you have already encountered the doppelganger and Zimmer. Oh? I have? Please think back to all the accounts you heard from everyone you talked to. For this case to be possible, who will needs to be a Zimmer? Aika-san, your son's girlfriend, neither of these two, Kyomoto-san, the secretary. For this case to be possible, who need to be a Zimmer? Neither of these two? Things don't add up for either of these two possibilities. So it's neither Kyomoto-san his secretary or Aika-san his girlfriend. Then who actually is the doppelganger and Zimmer? All things considered, Kyomoto-san the secretary, Honda-san the housekeeper, the server engineer, the security guard. All four of the above? What? Wait. As I said, I could be wrong. No, but I did say is either actually Yuya or someone else. Well, it doesn't say anything that... Oh, I see. Ah. I mean, if everyone agrees on a lie, if everyone tells exactly the same lie, then it technically becomes the truth, doesn't it? Ah, it's the same thing with the boxes on the blueprints if you think about it. Like the rules of the game states that at least one box is telling the truth and one box is telling a lie. So you need to kind of, in order to open a box, you need to learn which box is telling the truth, which box is telling a lie. If all the boxes are telling the truth, then the rules of the game is a paradox, and it doesn't. The rules of the game doesn't work because there's a paradox in the middle. This is kind of the same thing. If you just assume that everyone is telling the truth, the box doesn't open. However, if you assume that everyone is telling a lie, it happens to fit quite nicely now, doesn't it? Wait, could it be? All four of them. There is no doppelganger. That is just a well-formulated lie. When the doppelganger supposedly appears, those four individuals were each on the scene. Though their accounts on what happened on them since suggest paranormal involvement. The experience of the vanishing doppelganger, and then the disappearance of those who encountered it. That could explain by all four tellings the same cover story. Also, each of the four were recently appointed to their jobs and came in proximity to Yuya-san. Oh no. It is very likely that the four of them worked together to play the role of doppelganger. And it is also likely that all of them are Zimmers. The mystery is now solved. I mean, I was writing one thing. Yuya did take the key, and he has been using the key for the last 5 years in order to raise his company status and become rich and famous and whatever. But he's not the one using the key he's not the one who stole the key from his office. If you think about it, it actually doesn't make sense. Like, if he's been using the key for the last 5 years, why would he suddenly steal the key again from his office? Unless he was a Zimmer. That would make sense. So he needed to make the key disappear so that they could use the key somewhere else. But that is not the point of the mystery, is it? The point of the mystery is the doppelganger. So the doppelganger can only be, well, two things. Either Yuri himself or someone else. And, well, this was the solution. Okay, I'm gonna say, the whole mystery, the whole wild goose chase around the doppelganger, it was kind of boring. Because, well, most of the side talk was about politics and like company rises and stuff and whatever, and is slowly coming around with the Zimmer and stuff. I found that a little bit boring, and it made the chapter a little bit longer than it needed to be. Because in the other chapters, when we're talking about like the urban myths and like, oh, what could be the path to the underworld? What could be causing people to get sick and stuff? There is a lot of talk about other kinds of urban myths, like the legends of the village that got wiped out by a relic. We're talking about the back rooms. We talk about the lady on the crossroad, the old woman on the crossroads and stuff like that. That is actually fun and interesting. We didn't have a lot of this in here. It was more about politics. And politics, it kind of fits to the story of the game with the Great Reset and stuff, but in like gameplay wise, just bah. It's kind of boring, not that interesting. There was a point where I kind of just skipped chat by accident. That was my brain just like, okay, hurry up, just finish the chapter, get to the ending. This solution to the ending, however, this actually is making me wake up, as you can see. Just like, oh, wait. Oh, this is interesting. This is fun. This is actually kind of nice. I like this. Ooh. Anyway. Are you unsatisfied with the dissolution results? No, I don't see why the dissolution makes sense. I do see why the dissolution makes sense. But a few things still don't quite make sense. Oh, do tell. The doppelganger that I saw through clairvoyance was staring at me. And why did they steal the HDD after stealing the red device? Good point. The VIP protection data should have been accessible once they had the red device. I would indeed like to discuss those angles in depth. But it seems that we'll have to wait until next time. Huh. What are you doing here? We're in the middle of an important family discussion. Go and wait in the next room while we're done. Wait. It's Inoue-san, the several-room security guard at Kurosawa-san's company. Also Nakata-san, the civil engineer in Kyoto, yeah, everyone else. They're all here, yeah. I'm glad you're all safe. Sammy, remember what we talked about during the dissolution? They enacted a doppelganger. And they're dangerous extremists. Remember who they are? Huh. Are you all really Zimmers? What is going on? Where are the SPs? Do you realize I'm your boss? Have you even thought about the consequences? We owe you nothing to that joke of a company. We're working towards a higher goal. You disgust me living the easy life with your family fortune and connections. A family discussion to keep all leads on the incident. For this country to prosper for the next millennia, you rotten sprouts need to be spurned. You assume that the other attacks were happening someplace else. Well, one thing is happening here and now, so embrace yourselves. Everyone, please, hold on. Sammy, get back. These people are dangerous. They no longer care. We have no reason to cover for the filthy rich. Wake up already. They told us their plan. Devastation and judgment are about to happen. The Great Reset is nigh. They? Do you mean the Samizima admin? This world needs leaders. those who envision the future and guide the weak. The world's values have been corrupted. The weak know this well. But the weak lack the power to change things alone. They are guiding us forwards, and gathering us into a greater power. We should be the ones who bring change to this world. This is complete mess. Hey, you hurry up and do something. Who is your leader? Is Sam the madman? Please stop all this. It isn't the way to do things. It shouldn't be hurting anyone. If you're siding with this filth, that means you're not with us. We will fulfill our role here, to enact devastation and judgment. Great reset. Enough of that nonsense. Answer me. Jasmine, they're not going to listen. Freeze! Oh! The popo! Secure them all. Commissioner Tomiri. All suspects secured. Fine work. Are you safe, Director Kurosawa? Ah, it's you, Tomiri. That was timely. Assistant Commissioner Tomagiri. Please brief Director Kurosawa on the situation. Assistant Commissioner Yasumi Tomagiri Kutu Team Security Police, sir. Director Kurosawa apologies for the commotion. Jasmine? Kutu. That is 3 letters from being a fun time. You with the security police? Undercover? What is going on? Sorry, Zami. What exactly is the Kutu? The Counter-Unidentified Terrorist Unity. You proactively prevent terrorist cells from carrying out their plans. Specifically, unidentified incidents such as this series of prophecies. I was at the Urban Myth Dissolution Center to gather information. Why would you need to be undercover? The center sure is creepy, but it shouldn't be a trap. Relax, it was initially an investigation target, but it's for informality only at this point. And we learn a ton through an undercover stint. Hey Zami, sorry for not telling ya. So that's why you're so good at fighting and had connections in weird places. Makes sense. Kinda. We meet again. The scary person from the park. I'm glad you remember me. I'm happy to see you've been putting that wondrous power to fruitful use. Ah, so he's within the security police as well. Commissioner, what about Kurosawa Jr.? We sent to Yuya Kurosawa home just now. He probably won't have any charges pressed. Huh? Why not? This all happened because he took the device out without permission. This case will be handled as a mishap on Director Kurosawa's part. The director himself asked us to do so. Not the first time he wipes his prodigal son's rear. Ms. Tomagiri, please remember to be decent in your work. Director Kurosawa's device has been in use these few days as well, which means that we could trace his IP used to access the server. We may be able to apprehend those involved. Though we don't know who exactly it is, the next time they access will be the moment of truth. We should get ready, Ms. Tomagiri. She has a cool gang jacket and everything. God damn it. Sammy, you should head out now. Huh? We'll handle the devastation and judgment prophecy from here. So, another part of we then? We're talking about terrorist masterminds, not a mysterious entity. It's out of your hands now. Jasmine, please wait. Whatever you do, don't follow us. But... Mr. Manigiri, they took the bait. Head into the area. Director? Welcome back, Ms. Azami. I see Jasmine had ulterior motives. Please don't put it that way. She had her reasons. Even without her, we will need you to continue with your work. You will need this computer from here on. Jasmine. So far, more or less as planned. She played her part very nicely. I got the third floor. All other units secured first floor exits. Tamagiri here, third floor visual lighting and personal. This is security police could too. The building is surrounded. You. Ah! Huh? What? Oh. So that's your secret. The Genesis cards. Genesis? Well, one loose end's taken care of. Oh, look at that card. Makes sense for a doppelganger looking character. But it's more like an evil person, evil version. A shadow demon, not really a doppelganger. A little bit weird, I don't know. Anyway, not a lot of comments to give on the end. I pretty much said everything I wanted at the end of the chapter. It got interesting during the dissolution, because you know it threw a curveball. One that got me more satisfied than the curveball in chapter 2, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, aside from that, it's not a lot of things to add. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow is going to be the last chapter. And you'll see you guys there. Have a good night. Rest well. I don't feel like doing the YouTube things. It's almost 4 hours of stream. I'm just gonna end the stream. Have a good night.